Test 1 2. Test 1 2.
I think the button on the website's broken.
I don't hear it on Watch Live though. I can see it on Watch Live, but I don't hear me. You can hear me right now? Oh, it's just delayed. Okay, yeah. I think. Okay, so I think Watch Live is working. You can hear me on Watch Live.
Okay.
Yeah.
We can hear you. Yeah, it's not pushing. We're streaming, but it's not pushing from the website. Yeah, maybe it doesn't like.
How does it feel to be on here?
Try it again.
Perfect. Well, thank you for coming out for opening night. We missed it last year. We missed you guys a lot. So let's start with a little bit of excitement and welcome Cowlitz to be joining us tonight. We're going to compete for this cup on the mound. There's going to be 7 games, and whoever wins most games will take that cup for the year. So let's get up to Cowlitz and root on the Raptors. We want to say a big thank you to all frontline workers and everything that we've gone through the last 15, 16 months. I know that we don't love some of the rules and policies that have been put on us, but we do have to say thank you to them for their hard work. So let's give them a big round of applause. It's called Food Fan. I'm sorry. It's called Fan Food. You can download the Fan Food app on your phone, and you will be able to find the Ridgefield Raptors on there, and you'll be able to order your food and some drinks from your seat, and then you'll be notified when it's ready, and you will go to the Fan Food pickup area and pick up your food and your drinks. You're going to love it eventually. There's going to be an adoption period, I'm sure, for all of us, but try it out. You're not going to have to go stand in a line. I want to talk about Sundays. Sundays are kids getting free. Kids 12 and under will get in free with the paid adults. And that is brought to us by Peace Health and the Columbian. And now I lost my technology. Not from me. All right. So I think I'm going to turn it back over to Sean Gard, our PA announcer, who's going to drive us every night. And I can't thank you enough. You know, somebody asked me this morning how I felt after all this time, and I said I had butterflies. It was weird to get back out here, but what I knew would happen is once I saw your faces, that would change. So this is one of the first public events in Clark County, and we have a lot to be thankful for, and we also need your cooperation to get through this. I don't blame you. Some of this stuff is just dragging on for all of us, but please, we didn't make the rules. We just need to play baseball. All right, thank you. And also a big hand for all the staff here from the Ridgefield Raptors. As Gus said, even earlier today, well, not even earlier, just in the last half hour, we've had changes happening. So, again, bear with us throughout the first couple of games, and everything will be dialed in. Are you ready to go and hear your starting lineups for tonight? Well, here we go first with the Cowlitz Black Bears. Coaches, if you would have your players take their respective baselines as they're called out. Starting on the first batting position, number 4. He's a shortstop from the University of Nevada, Reno, Matthew Schwartz. Batting second baseman, number 7 out of the University of Portland, Sean Mulcair. Batting third, the catcher from Brown University, number 22, Jacob Burley. Batting fourth out of the University of California at Santa Barbara. He's a first baseman. His number is 21, Harry Arboleda. Batting fifth, the center fielder, number 2 out of Jackson State, Toriano Sweet. Batting sixth, a right fielder, number 12 from Boise State, Jace Bailey. Batting seventh, your third baseman out of the University of Utah, number 24, Josh Schleckart. Batting eighth, the left fielder out of San Diego Christian College, number 8, Johnny Radowski. Batting ninth is the designated hitter, also number 9, out of the University of Washington, Henry Munch. And the starting pitcher tonight for the Black Bears, out of Cal State East Bay, number 28, Mark Wanarovich. And now, Raptors fans, it's time to meet your 2021 Ridgefield Raptors. Number 32, a right-handed pitcher out of Gonzaga, Ben Larson. Number 21, another right-handed pitcher out of Loyola Marymount, Jacob Pride. Another right-handed pitcher out of Cowlitz, number 27, Andrew Trotman. Out of the University of Portland, he's a Vancouver boy, a left-handed pitcher, number 12, Nick Nygaard. Another Vancouver native out of Eastern Oregon, a right-handed pitcher, number 34, Nick Jennings. And Raptors fans, would you please give a big welcome for one of your own from Ridgefield High School, number 3, catcher Ian Hunt. And now the starters tonight for your Raptors. Batting first, he's a right fielder. He's out of Cal State Fullerton, number 7, Hayden Connor. Batting second, out of Pepperdine, he's your second baseman, number 6, John Peck. Batting third, from the College of the Canyons, he's your first baseman, number 24, Will Chambers. Welcoming back your catcher, batting fourth, number 10, out of the University of Antelope Valley, Dominic Embody. Batting fifth, out of the College of the Canyons, he's your center fielder tonight, number 23, Afton Hensley. Playing third base, number 18, batting sixth, out of Nicholls State, Cody Darcy. Batting seventh tonight, your designated hitter. He's from Lewiston College, Jack Thompson. Batting eighth, out of Port College, your left fielder, number 11, Trevor Torpa. Batting ninth, he's your shortstop. He hails from Ridgefield College, number 26, Tanner Jocks. And your starting pitcher tonight, give a big welcome. He's a Vancouver boy. He hails from Skyview High School now at Lower Columbia, number 16, Ryan Pitts. Let's give both of our lineups a big round of applause. Let's welcome out to the field, Riley, the Raptor, our mascot. And let's not forget that next guy out there from the Cowlitz Black Bears, Corey. Give them a big hand. It is hot out there, folks, and they are warm. Coming into the home plate, tonight's umpires, as assigned by the West Coast League. Your home plate umpire, Dave Ratliff, interbase umpire, Jerry Locke. Fans, as we proceed tonight, please be aware that a ball or a bat may leave the playing field at any time and enter the spectator areas. We remind you to pay attention while you enjoy the game. And now for our ceremonial first pitch. If we can bring to the batters now. Excuse me, the pitchers now. That's a better place to go. Representing the city of Ridgefield, Mayor Don Stokes. We've got that Columbia River Cup out there kind of shining in his eyes. Mayor Stokes, have you practiced this throw at all? You can get it at least halfway there, right? He's the first of our 3 ceremonial pitches tonight. Mayor Stokes. And ladies and gentlemen, tonight we're also going to honor some of those frontline nurses from Southwest Washington. We've got nurses
contest.
This is Ridgefield Raptors baseball. The pregame show starts right now.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to Ridgefield, Washington, and the Ridgefield Outdoor Recreation Complex for the beginning of the 2021 West Coast League season featuring the Ridgefield Raptors. Today marks the first edition of a rivalry series between the Raptors and a team just 30 miles up I-5, the Cowlitz Black Bears, two teams that have played each other 6 times since the inauguration of the Raptors and have split those 6 games evenly. Now face each other again to start the 2021 season. We're a few minutes away from first pitch here at the Rourke. Thanks for joining us on the Raptors live stream. My name's Josh Warden, honored to bring you play-by-play of every Raptors game home and away this season. This is the second season of Ridgefield Raptors baseball, with last season being canceled. Ridgefield opened play in 2019 for an exciting season. Year 2 begins tonight. For those of you following the Raptors in 2019, there are a couple familiar names within the organization this season. A couple of them are the coaches, including head coach Chris Koda, the well-respected coach from College of the Canyons, brings back his assistant Nick Allen and newcomer Daniel Barado to the club, and we'll get to know the players as we go along as well. As for the rivalry matchup we're seeing tonight, the Columbia River Cup starts, the new rivalry trophy being awarded to the winner of the 7-game series that begins tonight. It is an exhibition game. It won't count for the West Coast League standings, but this is the first baseball game we've seen of the Ridgefield Raptors in 661 days since Ridgefield closed the book on the 2019 season. And here we are in 2021. A lot has happened since then that we now look forward and ahead to what will be a marvelous season, regardless of win and loss record, but especially if that's good, just getting baseball back on the field. And we start with a Southern Washington rivalry here at the Rourke tonight. Thanks so much for joining us, and hope you can make it out to a ball game as well at the Rourke sometime this season. Let's get you the starting lineups for both of these squads, starting with the visiting Cowlitz Black Bears. Cowlitz will start off with the shortstop Matthew Schwarz batting first. The second baseman Sean Mulcair bats second out of the University of Portland. 2 local kids, Schwartz from Lower Columbia College. Batting third, the catcher is Jacob Burley out of Brown University. Cleanup is Kerry Arboleda, the first baseman out of UC Santa Barbara. Toriano Sweet plays center field. He's batting 5th from Jackson State University. Batting 6th, the right fielder Jace Bailey from Boise State and now University of Utah. Batting 7th for the Cowlitz Black Bears and playing third base, Josh Schleikart, an incoming freshman at Utah. Batting 8th, Johnny Radomski, the left fielder out of San Diego Christian College. And rounding out the 9, the designated hitter from the University of Portland, coming from Seattle, is Henry Mensch. The starting pitcher for the Black Bears is Mark Wanarovich, who will take the mound for the crew for Brian Burris, the head coach for Cowlitz. Now let's get to the Ridgefield starting lineup. You are seeing Ryan Pitts on the mound. He will throw the first pitch for Ridgefield since the 2019 season. Ryan, a local kid, comes out of Vancouver, Washington, went to Skyview High School, spent a couple years, last 2 years, at Lower Columbia College. He's the starting pitcher. Around the horn for Ridgefield, batting first for the Raptors will be Caden Connor. He's the right fielder. Caden, who comes from Cal State Fullerton. He's followed by John Peck, a second baseman from Pepperdine. Will Chambers bats third. He's got a big bat. I'm excited to see what Will Chambers brings to the team this season. He was hitting well in pregame batting practice. First look we've had at him here in Ridgefield. He plays for College of the Canyons down in Santa Clarita for his head coach with Ridgefield in Chris Koda. The cleanup hitter Dominic Enbody, a familiar name to Raptors fans, reprising his role as catcher for the Raptors. He bats cleanup today. He was the first player to hit a home run in Raptors history. Maybe he'll get the first one of the 2021 season here tonight. Batting 5th, playing center field, Tafton Hensley, also from College of the Canyons. Behind Hensley, batting 6th, the third baseman, Cody Darcy. Then it's Jack Thompson, Trevor Torpa, and Tanner Jocks rounding out the 9 for Ridgefield. Well, we are about ready to get underway. It is Matthew Schwartz digging in for the Cowlitz Black Bears. Ryan Pitts the pitcher, Dominic Enbody, the battery mate, and let's get some baseball at the Rourke for the first time in 661 days. And the first pitch is hit into right center field. Going back on it is Caden Connor. It'll get over his head, lands at the warning track to the wall, and a leadoff double on the first pitch of the 2021 season. Matthew Schwartz puts one into deep right center field, and the Black Bears strike first with a double. Well hit ball by Matthew Schwartz. Brings up Sean Mulcair, who will bat second. So first pitch of the ball game taken on one hop to the wall. And Mulcair steps to the plate. He's the second baseman. Plays for University of Portland, comes from Kenmore, Washington. Ryan Pitts looking back at second base. Second delivery gets away from Enbody. Schwartz will head down to third on a wild pitch. So runner at third as we get underway here at Ridgefield Outdoor Recreation Complex for an exhibition matchup between the Raptors and the Black Bears. And Cowlitz has the go-ahead run at third base with no outs here in the top of the first inning. Mulcair at the plate for his first at-bat in 2021. Ryan Pitts out of the stretch. The right-hander delivers the 1-0 pitch in there, swung on and missed for a strike. Ryan Pitts is a 6'2", 250-pound right-hander. Skyview High School this spring pitch had 6 appearances for Lower Columbia, 8 1/3 innings, a 3.24 ERA. That's a 1-1 count to Mulcair, runner on third, no outs. Pitts comes set at the belt, throws the 1-1, grounded to first base. Chamber slips, holds on to it, throws to first. Pitts covers for the out. The run does score. It's a fielder's choice RBI for Sean Mulcair, and Cowlitz scores the first run of the West Coast League season of 2021. This is the first game in West Coast League play. There are no other teams around the league playing tonight. And the season officially starts Friday. All teams are in action, including Ridgefield, starting a 3-game home series against Bend. So this Wednesday game is the first matchup of any West Coast League team since 2019. Jacob Burley to the plate, the catcher batting third, now with the bases empty and a 1-0 Cowlitz lead. First pitch in there for a strike from Ryan Pitts. So Matthew Schwartz, the first player to score of any West Coast League player in the 2021 season. If you want some trivia later on in the year, it is Schwartz who scores on the fielder's choice. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Pitts. Down in the dirt, ball 1 to Jacob Burley, who's the catcher from Brown University. Bases empty, 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Cowlitz scores first. When the Raptors come to bat in the bottom of the first, it'll be Caden Connor, John Peck, and Will Chambers to the plate for the first Raptors batters. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Ryan Pitts. Off speed is fouled back into the netting. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Ryan Pitts, who had 14 strikeouts in those 8 innings he pitched at Lower Columbia this spring. Teammates with Spencer Anderson at Lower Columbia College, who should join the Raptors roster. A lot of players coming in as the season progresses. 1-2 pitch. Ryan Pitts up and in, checked his swing and did not go around. 2 balls and 2 strikes for Jacob Burley. Ryan Pitts, coming out of Skyview High School, finished top 4 in the state 3 times in a row with Skyview. Runner-up when Pitts was a junior. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Burley. The kick off speed, up and in. Big breaking ball that he tried to hit the upper part of the zone and get Burley looking on the 2-2. Runs the count full. First payoff pitch we will see of the ball game. Jacob Burley at the plate. Kerry Arboleda in the on-deck circle, the cleanup hitter. 3-2 pitch from Ryan Pitts. Fastball just misses up high above the belt, and Jacob Burley draws a 3-2 walk, a 6-pitch walk for Burley. And second base runner of the game for Cowlitz, Kerry Arboleda, the first baseman, to the plate. A rousing national anthem before the game. Some meaningful first pitches from the mayor of Ridgefield, Don Stokes, and his wife as well. A couple registered nurses, Lorraine Gibson and Sherry Stokes, throwing out ceremonial first pitches. Kerry Arboleda, the batter, watches the first delivery from Ryan Pitts. It is a strike on the outer half. Jacob Burley stands at first. Kerry Arboleda, the first baseman from UC Santa Barbara, Comes from Torrance, California. Steps in, 6'1", 240-pound right-hand hitter. No balls and one strike from Ryan Pitts. The righty fires off speed, fouled off towards the first base side, and a healthy crowd of about 500 or so that is spaced out where it needs to be. We've got a vaccinated section. We've got the grassy berm out in left and right field, premium seating all the way around, and just great to have fans back at the Rourke for the season opener of the 21 season. No balls and two strikes from Ryan Pitts. One out, runner on first. Pitts comes set, throws outside, did not get Arboleda to chase. The fielder's choice RBI is the only out we've seen so far. That scored Schwartz on the second batter of the game. Burley walked, and I've got a runner on first, one out. Arboleda and a 1-ball, 2-strike count from Ryan Pitts, who comes set, pitching out of the stretch, looks over his shoulder towards first, throws just outside and drops a bit low on the off speed. Dominic Enbody goes out to receive it, skipped out in front of the plate. Fun to see Dominic back in a Raptors uniform. Took a year off last year, as did the whole West Coast League. But Enbody back in the Ridgefield organization, played for the Raptors in the inaugural season of 2019. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Ryan Pitts fires, just missed outside. Enbody tried to frame it back in, but we've got a second consecutive 3-2 count. Jacob Burley drew a full count walk, and now Kerry Arboleda trying to get on base as well. Runner on first, one out. It's a 1-0 Cowlitz lead in the top of the first. Payoff pitch upcoming. Ryan Pitts comes set, throws, runner goes. It is a ball outside, and he's safe at second. Didn't really matter either way. It was a walk for Kerry Arboleda. So a couple consecutive, two consecutive 3-2 walks. Jacob Burley and Kerry Arboleda. So Burley in scoring position. Toriano Sweet, the batter. And this is the first at-bat he's had in some time. He used to play college baseball in the Beaver State, played at Western Oregon. Comes from La Puente, California, went to Bishop Amat High School, San Gabriel Valley Player of the Year, transferred to Western Oregon, now at Jackson State University. Ryan Pitts' first delivery to Toriano Sweet is a strike. Don't believe Jackson State had a season this spring, as did a number of teams around the country. It was hit and miss of which conferences were able to play. So Toriano Sweet able to get an at-bat and get some experience here in this season. First pitch a strike, it's 0-1, 2 runners aboard, 1 out. Ryan Pitts fires a fastball in the zone and an 0-2 hole. He had Kerry Arboleda in a 0 balls, 2 strike situation, ended up walking Arboleda, hoping to hold on to this at-bat with Toriano Sweet, the center fielder, standing 5'10", 205. Ryan Pitts with 1 out, checks the runner at second, kicks and fires, a late swing, got him a strikeout swinging, and the first punch out of Ryan Pitts' day. 2 away in the top of the first inning. Brings up the first lefty. It's Jace Bailey, the right fielder. He'll be headed to Salt Lake City this upcoming season, playing for Utah. Originally from Coeur d'Alene, played at Boise State a couple of years. The Broncos disbanding their program. He's headed to Utah. 2 outs, 2 runners aboard. Cowlitz having scored 1 run in the top of the first. Runners going from second. Enbody throws. The throw is just late. He's safe. Now both runners advance. Originally it was only Jacob Burley who was stealing from second. Arboleda did not go on the delivery from first. The throw nearly got Burley at third, and on the throw from Enbody, then Arboleda ran from first down to second. Both players safe, and now a pair of runners in scoring position, 2 outs. The pitch was a ball, so it's 1 ball and no strikes to Jace Bailey. Ridgefield trying to hold it to a 1-run deficit in the top of the first. Ryan Pitts, the 1-0, is chopped foul back into the netting in front of the fans behind home plate. 1 ball and 1 strike to Jace Bailey. Listed at 6'5", 163 pounds. He's an outfielder. The 1-1 pitch also in there for a strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Ryan Pitts, hoping to strand a couple runners. He's allowed 1 hit this inning, 2 walks, and those are the 2 players on base right now. Ryan Pitts shakes off the first suggestion from Dominic Enbody. Likes the next one. Comes set. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Runners on second and third. Here's the 1-2 from Pitts. It is in there for a strike. Strikeout looking to end the inning and strand a pair of runners in scoring position. So some damage done by Cowlitz, but it's limited to 1 run. Ridgefield Raptors coming up to the plate in the bottom of the first. This is Ridgefield Raptors baseball.
The win-win value lineup from Buffalo Wild Wings gets you more for less. With buy one, get one free boneless wings every Thursday. It's like finding extra fries at the bottom of your bag, but they're boneless wings, and there's twice as many of them. What is this sorcery? It's Boneless Thursdays at B-Dubs, available for dine-in, takeout, and delivery. BOGO of equal value at participating locations. Not valid with other offers. Size exclusions apply while supplies last. Limit 1. Delivery and takeout limited time. Delivery offer valid on Buffalo Wild Wings website and app, subject to availability. Fees may apply, plus taxes.
C-Tran is your public transit system offering service in Clark County and beyond. Catch local service in Clark County, regional and express service to Portland, and connector service within the city limits of Camas, La Center, and Ridgefield. And if you don't have cash, no problem. C-Tran now accepts digital payments with Hop FastPass. So hit a home run and leave the driving to us. Visit c-tran.com for more information. C-Tran, our community, our promise.
Found a giant spider in my bed.
Stepped outside and a hornet stung my head.
Got ants around the sink.
And I am starting to think the experts that I know are gonna make me pest-free.
Natura Pest Control, killing your bugs and rodents, baby. Natura Pest Control. Call today, get a quote for free.
Well, for the first time since the 2019 season, the Ridgefield Raptors come to the plate here at the Rourke, giving up Cowlitz a 1-0 lead, spotting the Black Bears on 1 hit, 2 walks, and the Black Bears score 1. Ridgefield coming to the plate, and the leadoff hitter for the Raptors will be Caden Connor. The rest of the starting lineup for Ridgefield: John Peck, Will Chambers, Dominic Enbody, Tafton Hensley, Cody Darcy, Jack Thompson, Trevor Torpa, and Tanner Jocks. The 9 players we will see in the starting lineup. A limited roster for both teams. There's only so many players who are available with postseason baseball at their respective colleges and everything going on at various colleges. But Caden Connor will lead off for Ridgefield against Mark Wanarovich, the starting pitcher for Cowlitz. First pitch from Wanarovich is outside, ball 1. So Caden Connor digs in, a 6'1", 175-pound left-hander. Listed as an outfielder and first baseman. He's playing right field today. He's a sophomore, having spent 1 year at Cal State Fullerton. The 1-0 pitch looked upon as a strike, according to Dave Ratcliffe, the home plate umpire tonight. In the field, Jerry Lux, the other umpire today. 1 ball and 1 strike to Caden Connor. Wanarovich comes set. It's sprayed foul down the third baseline all the way to left field, and all the fans in the grassy area. Some wind coming in from left field to right will perhaps knock some balls down that are hit towards left field, but not too windy. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Wanarovich. The wind-up throws, it's grounded back up the middle. It gets through the infield, and Caden Connor leads off the Raptors season with a base hit. Right through the middle, past the pitcher, and a diving play from the shortstop, Matthew Schwarz, unable to snag it, and Caden Connor aboard. Brings up John Peck. Plays middle infield, listed as a shortstop. He's playing second base today. Comes from Pepperdine, originally from Moore Park, California. The 6', 190-pounder steps up to the plate as a right-hand hitter. Has Caden Connor at first. Wanarovich out of the stretch. Delivers a fastball, cutting fastball. That is a strike. The right-hander, two-seamer that cuts a little bit back towards the right-hand hitting John Peck. So 0-1 to Peck with Caden Connor at first base. Wanarovich looks back, comes set, and delivers. It is hit up in the air, out of play. Foul from the bat of John Peck. No balls and 2 strikes. It'll be fun to see the Columbia River Cup over the course of this season. As with most teams, Ridgefield will play a pair of 3-game series over the course of the summer schedule, 1 at home, 1 away. That's the same case with Cowlitz. Here's the 0-2 pitch from Wanarovich. Kicks and fires just high. 1 ball and 2 strikes to John Peck, with Caden Connor standing at first. So with this game being added to the schedule ahead of the West Coast League slate, the official counting games for the standings starting Friday, this makes it 7 games that Ridgefield will play against Cowlitz over the course of the season. Here's the 1-2 pitch outside, a throw back down the first base, trying to backpick Caden Connor. It's not in time. The pitch was a ball, so it's 2-2 to John Peck. With a runner on first and no outs, Cowlitz leading 1-0 in this ball game here in the bottom of the first inning. Infield shifted slightly to the right, and a big hole in left center. 2-2 pitch hit up in the air, playable in shallow right field. Jace Bailey coming in, and he is unable to make the catch. It's a fair ball. Caden Connor sprinting to second. He'll hold there. He was waiting near first base and could not run until he was sure that ball was not going to get caught. And Jace Bailey had it in his grasp for a moment, tried to make a sliding catch, and it got away from him. And now they're going to call it a foul ball. It hit the ground foul after it hit the body of Bailey. If it hits Bailey in fair territory, it is a fair ball, but apparently they say it would have landed foul, and so that counts as a loud strike. Actually, not even a strike since it was already a 2-2 pitch. So the at-bat continues for another delivery. John Peck back to the batter's box. Caden Connor returns to first base. The pitch up high from Wanarovich. It'll be a 3-2 delivery from Wanarovich. Will Chambers on the on-deck circle awaiting his first at-bat of the 2021 season. John Peck with a 3-2 count, no outs. Runner goes, swung on, it's tipped off the catcher's mitt and back into the backstop. And we will see the 7th pitch of the at-bat to John Peck. Actually, 8th pitch with that foul down the right field line that was going to get Caden Connor to second had it been ruled a fair ball, but called foul. No outs. Runner on first, a 1-0 lead for the Black Bears. Here's the payoff pitch to Peck inside, and it is a walk. Caden Connor was going on the delivery, and he's able to trot into second with the base on balls to John Peck. An 8-pitch walk for Peck. Brings up Will Chambers, a couple runners on base, and no outs for the first baseman. He also pitches some. He's 6'3", 190-pounder, plays for College of the Canyons from West Ranch High School in Stevenson Ranch, California. Hit .348 this year, or last year, with 3 home runs. College of the Canyons was unable to play this spring. He's a switch hitter. Batting left against the right-hander Wanarovich. First delivery is a strike looking to Will Chambers. Runners on first and second, no outs. The tying run at second base here in the bottom of the first inning. A long first inning. First pitch, 6:35, and we are edging closer to 7 o'clock here in Ridgefield. But we've waited so long to have baseball, why not just have a really long game here at the Rourke? Here's the 0-1 from Wanarovich, off speed, up and away. The catcher, Jacob Burley, up out of his crouch and looking. Caden Connor back at second base. Took a big secondary lead. Trots back to second. Outfield playing pretty deep for Will Chambers. He can hit it a mile. Watching him in batting practice. Hitting some opposite field and some towards right center. Hit a home run I saw over the fence in left center. Left-hand hitting in this at-bat. Switch hitter. The 1-1 pitch on the inner half called a strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Will Chambers. Steps out of the box, takes a practice swing, and digs back in for first at-bat of the season for him, and first at-bat since 2020 with no season down in Santa Clarita this year. Here's the 1-2 pitch, up and in. May have caught him on the shoulder, just missed him. Turned away from it And it is a 2-2 count from Mark Wanarovich, who was in some trouble, is yet to record an out here in the first inning. Runners in first and second. Comes from Cal State East Bay. It's a D2 program in the California Collegiate Athletic Association down in Hayward, California. Wanarovich with a 2-2 count to Will Chambers. 2 runners on, no outs. Wanarovich fires. It is hit foul into the netting. Nearly hit Chambers off the ricochet. It was towards the third base side and up near the netting and nearly got out of the park, but hit near the top and sprayed back downwards. Would have hit him in the dome and he would have been fine with the batting helmet, but just missed him by a hair, and I don't think he even noticed it. 2-2 count. Here is the 6th pitch of the at-bat upcoming. Wanarovich comes set, looks at the runner at second. The kick, the fire off speed, got him swinging. Will Chambers chases one up and away, and the first out of the inning recorded by Mark Wanarovich. A strikeout swinging of Will Chambers brings up Dominic Enbody, coming back in a Raptors uniform. Gets a healthy round of applause from the fans who recognize the name. Plays for University of Antelope Valley. Comes from Hubbard, Oregon, Wilsonville High School. Played for the Northwest Stars Academy as well, based here in Ridgefield. Transfer from Concordia, where they disbanded not just the program, but the whole school. Here's the first pitch to Enbody. Takes a big cut and misses it. Enbody, who appeared in 22 games for the Raptors back in 2019, one of only a couple players who will return. After all, it's been 2 years. So not all that much turnover, or a lot of turnover, I should say. 22 games, had 1 home run. It was the first of the season for the Raptors. Grounds one to first base. It gets into the outfield. This might score a run. Caden Connor rounds third, and he will score with a throw. Runner going to third, and he is safe. John Peck dives in. An RBI base hit for Dominic Enbody, picking up the first RBI of the 2021 season. And the Raptors tie the game at 1-1. RBI base hit between the first and second baseman scores Caden Connor from second base. John Peck advances to third on the throw, with a throw from right fielder Jace Bailey that was just a tad late. It was a good throw to even test him at all, and Peck sprinted to third on that throw and slid in safely. Enbody at first. Runners on the corners, 1 out. Next batter is Tafton Hensley, playing center field today. And Hensley a chance to give the Raptors the lead, and he tries to do that on the first swing. Misses it. 0-1 the count for Tafton Hensley, a 6'1", 185-pound sophomore. Spent the last couple of years at College of the Canyons in the Los Angeles area, playing for Chris Cota. 0-1 pitch hit into shallow center field. It's drifting and going pretty far back, nearly to the warning track. The catch is made by Sweet, and the runner tags. John Peck comes home, and the Raptors have their first lead of the season. An RBI for Tafton Hensley, a sac fly to score John Peck. 2 away here in the bottom of the first inning. Cody Darcy to the plate. Dominic Enbody returned to first on the play. So 2 outs, a 2-1 lead for the Raptors here in the first inning. That ball carried pretty well in center field. He did not get all of it, but it ended up nearly at the warning track, up and away on the first pitch from Wanarovich. You can tell Hensley's got some good power, because he could have hit that one even more square off the barrel. The wind has died down a bit, still blowing a bit in left to right. The 1-0 pitch from Wanarovich catches the outer half. 1-1 the count to Cody Darcy, who will be making a move in between his most recent season and the upcoming fall. He'll be enrolling at Nichols State as a graduate student. Spent the last couple of years at Xavier in Ohio. It's the 1-1 pitch to Darcy, up and in, ball 2. Has played in the West Coast League. He's originally from Enumclaw, Washington. Went to Kent Ridge High School. Played for the Wenatchee Apple Sox for 2 years. 2-1 pitch, breaking ball way inside. Turns away from it. It's a 3-1 count with a runner on first, 2 outs. Raptors scoring 2 runs in the bottom of the first to tie and then take the lead over their Southern Washington rivals. 3-1 pitch to Cody Darcy. right down the pipe. Looked like he was taking pretty much the whole way unless he really liked it. Likes to go opposite field. I was talking to Cody yesterday. He was sitting behind home plate as we had an event for the host families, get to know the players and get some run on the field. And he talked to me, he's like, likes to go opposite way. 3-2 pitch is just outside with 2 outs. Cody Darcy draws a walk, extends the inning. That pushes Dominic Enbody into scoring position. Jack Thompson, the designated hitter, steps in. 6', 205-pounder playing his college baseball just down the road, a touch south of here at Lewis and Clark College. Thompson digs in with 2 outs, runners in first and second. First pitch on the inner half, called a strike. 0-1 the count to Jack Thompson, who did play this season. They just played a conference season for Lewis and Clark, played 32 games, had 4 games a weekend, doubleheaders on Saturday to get as much baseball as they could. And Thompson led the team in batting average this year. The 0-1 pitch to Thompson, big swing and misses it. Swung right over that delivery from Wanarovich, got him in an 0-2 hole. A 2-1 lead for the Raptors here in the first. Thompson hit .366 this season for Lewis and Clark, leading the team in that category, as well as home runs with 6 dingers on the year. Runners in first and second for Thompson. 0-2 pitch off speed is a ball. 1-2 to Jack. 205-pounder will play some corner infield this season. He's the DH today. Bats left, throws right. Will be a senior this upcoming year for the Pioneers of Lewis and Clark and head coach Matt Kozdurka. Here's the 1-2 pitch inside, checked his swing and fouled it off the hands. Only went halfway around, but it went off the handle towards the on-deck circle where Trevor Torpa is standing. Stays a 1-2 count for Jack Thompson. Dominic Enbody standing at second. Cody Darcy standing at first. 2 outs. Thompson, the 1-2 pitch, again fouls it off third base side, extending the at-bat for the upperclassmen. Also led the team, meaning Lewis and Clark, this season in doubles with 8 and slugging percentage. Slugged .624 on the year. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Wanarovich looking in, comes set, trying to find a way to get Jack Thompson out off speed, way up high. Coming out of his crouch is Jacob Burley to snag that one. It is 2-2 the count, 2 outs. Wanarovich comes set, trying to end the inning with a 2-spot pitch out and away, and yet another 3-2 count. Gave up a walk on the last batter to Cody Darcy. That was on a full count. Now a similar situation with Jack Thompson at the plate. Runners in first and second. Ridgefield had stranded 2 runners in the top of the first. Now they've got 2 aboard. Payoff pitch up and away, and the bases are loaded on a walk to Jack Thompson. So Ridgefield had 2 walks on 3-2 pitches. Cowlitz has done the exact same thing. 2 walks on full counts. Cody Darcy trots down to second. Jack Thompson to first. Dominic Enbody now at third base. This is the 8th batter of the inning we've seen. Trevor Torpa, the left fielder, digs in. With Wanarovich trying to settle things down as the West Coast League season gets underway. On a beautiful day for baseball here in Ridgefield. Temperatures up in the 90s the last couple of days, cooling down into the low 80s right now. 81, we'll get in the 70s. First pitch with the bases loaded is a strike to Trevor Torpa. So 2 outs, bases are loaded. Ridgefield having already scored 2 runs in this bottom of the first inning to take a 1-run lead. Ridgefield scored 1 in the top of the first on 1 hit. Ridgefield with 2 base hits. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Torpa. Again, a called strike. So Wanarovich pounding the strike zone after giving up a couple of walks in a row. Got Torpa in an 0-2 hole. Looks in, still pitching out of the stretch with the bases loaded. Here's the kick. The 0-2 pitch is just high. Definitely caught the plate, but just above the belt. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Mark Wanarovich, who went to St. Mary's College for a year now, pitches for Cal State East Bay. Trying to strand 3 runners of the Raptors. Catcher sets up outside, throws just on the outer corner, struck him out looking to leave the bases loaded. Ridgefield does score 2, and we head to the second inning. The Raptors 2, the Cowlitz Black Bears 1. Thanks for listening to Ridgefield Raptors Baseball.
Can't remember the last time you had a tall, ice-cold draft beer? Jog your memory at Buffalo Wild Wings for just $3. Stop by B-Dubs now and get Bud Light poured into a tall 22-ounce glass, all for just $3. Remind your mouth what it's been missing. Buffalo Wild Wings. Roar! Available at participating locations for a limited time. Dine-in only. Prices may vary. Please drink responsibly. Availability of dine-in varies by location.
Join the Ridgefield Raptors for warm sunshine, great food, and exciting top-level college baseball at the Rourke. Bring your family, friends, neighbors, and coworkers for a relaxing night outdoors this season. Your group can welcome us on the Les Schwab left field platform, the Leonard Holmes and Dick Hanna grass berms, or the First Centennial and Wellhaven Pet Health picnic areas. There's nothing like a Ridgefield Raptors summer baseball game. Get your tickets now at ridgefieldraptors.com. Go Raptors!
To the top of the second inning we go here at the Rourke. Thanks for joining us for Raptors baseball as we kick off the 2021 season. My name's Josh Warden. Excited to be here in Ridgefield for the entirety of this season. You can catch all the games right where you're watching now, whether you're listening to the live stream or watching the live stream. We'll have audio live stream available for all the road games and video for the home games. I'm excited to travel with the team and get to know all the players and bring you all the action of the Ridgefield Raptors this season. It's a 2-1 lead for Ridgefield after 1 inning of play. Ryan Pitts back out on the mound for Ridgefield. Gave up 1 hit in that top of the first inning. It was a leadoff double on the very first pitch by Matthew Schwartz. He came around to score, but Ryan Pitts limited the damage after that. First pitch of the second inning here to Josh Schleichart is a called strike for Ryan Pitts, coming out of Lower Columbia College and Skyview High School, and hoping for some length from him with the 0-1 pitch to Schleichart inside and the breaking ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. Only so many pitchers available for Ridgefield, both teams for that matter. All the players still coming in from their respective colleges, and so hoping for Ryan Pitts to go a handful of innings. Breaking ball catches the inner half, strike 2. 1-2 the count to Josh Schleichart, the third baseman who just finished out his high school career, is finishing out Lake Ridge High School. Schleichart caught looking on the 1-2 pitch, and a strikeout looking for Ryan Pitts. His third punch out of the day already. 3 of his 4 outs recorded have been strikeouts. And Schleichart, who will be headed to the University of Utah, is retired in 4 pitches. Brings up Johnny Radomski, a senior outfielder at San Diego Christian College, went to Chino High School. First pitch is lined foul from Ryan Pitts. Pitts did a good job of limiting damage, a high pitch count after all, gave up a couple of walks on 3-2 counts to the 3 and 4 hole hitters, but struck out the next 2 batters to leave 2 runners in scoring position. Gets ahead of both batters. Radomski in an 0-1 hole with 1 out. Pitts breaking ball is way inside, barely missed the body of Radomski, but gets away from it. 1 ball and 1 strike from Ryan Pitts. Ridgefield leading 2-1 here in the top of the second inning. Outfield playing slightly shaded towards left field. Ryan Pitts fires the 1-1 pitch, inside ball 2. Liking the inside half here. Both a breaking ball and then a fastball running in for a couple pitches off the plate. Dave Ratcliffe, the home plate umpire tonight. Pitts sets for the 2-1 pitch. just down low. Checked his swing, did Radomski. So it's 3-1 the count to the 5'11", 180-pound hitting Johnny Radomski, right-hand hitting outfielder. Transfer from Presentation College, a junior college in Aberdeen, South Dakota. 3-1 pitch is lined into center field, coming in on it. It'll land for a base hit. Tafton Hensley snags it on one bounce, and a leadoff single, or a one-out single, I should say, for Johnny Radomski. So one runner on, one out, and the 9-hole hitter, designated hitter, Henry Mensch to the plate. Comes out of Seattle, Washington, went to O'Day High School, and plays for the University of Portland. Has a runner on, one out. Ryan Pitts playing for Lower Columbia College. Now the two face off in Ridgefield. First pitch of the at-bat. Just a bit high, ball one. Ridgefield, which has played one season in the history of the franchise, played in 2019, the inaugural year, adding a team to this great area of Washington. Went 27-27 that season. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Pitts. Grounded through the infield into right field, base hit. Radomski will hold at second. A pair of singles to the right side. Henry Mensch gets aboard. Radomski to second. Two runners on, back to the top of the order. And Matthew Schwartz, who torched a ball to right center field on the first pitch of the ball game, ended up at second base on a double, scored not too long after that on a fielder's choice. So Schwartz to the plate, trying to pick up the second RBI of the Cowlitz season. It's a 2-1 lead for the Raptors. Two runners aboard, one out. Ryan Pitts out of the stretch. Breaking ball in the first delivery. Drops into the zone for a strike. Ryan Pitts using that breaking ball a lot, probably about 30 to 40% of the time so far today. Has one out here in the top of the second inning. Runners on first and second. Trying to maintain that 2-1 lead. No balls and one strike to Matthew Schwartz. Kicks and fires down in the dirt, picked by Dominic Enbody. 1-1 the count. Ridgefield's last game in 2019, August 11th, defeating Bend 4-3 for a 4-game winning streak to end that season. And we've gone 661 days without Ridgefield baseball until today. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Ryan Pitts. Chopped up in the air to third base. Snagged on one hop. Darcy throws high, and this will score at least one. The run comes home. Schwartz will sprint down to first. Two runs come around. Schwartz did not run originally. Now he ends up at first. Both runners come home. Both Radomski and Mensch score on the play. Cody Darcy fielded a tough hop. It was probably a good 15 to 20 feet in the air off the ground. It hit right into the turf and bounced up towards third, and he threw high over Will Chambers' head at first base. And Matthew Schwartz, I don't know if he thought the ball was foul, but he did not run out of the box. Maybe he thought it hit his foot or whatever the case was, because he did not run that out. Now the umpires are talking with each other. Perhaps it just barely tipped his toe, which would be a foul ball, and now the umpires are going to say foul ball. So the runners will have to return to second and third. Cody Darcy is probably the happiest person with that ruling because he avoids committing the first error of the season for Ridgefield. And so the score remains 2-1. Brian Burris, the first-year head coach for Cowlitz, coming out to talk with Dave Ratcliffe, the home plate umpire. It's a late call. I mean, the original ruling, they did not call it foul on the play. Let the play go on, and it must have been Jerry Lux who came in, the field umpire, to say, I think it hit his foot, because he did not call it either. Now, naturally, that's normally the home plate umpire's call to make, unless the field umpire sees it clearly. And that's a tough play for either one to see, with the angle of the home plate umpire and the distance for the field umpire. But one or the other figured, okay, it did hit his foot, because they call it a foul ball. It was a 1-1 count, now makes it 1 ball and 2 strikes. Runners on first and second with 1 out, and Ridgefield leading 2-1 still. So Ryan Pitts with 1 out, happy to keep that lead and trying to make sure it stays that way. Here's the 1-2 pitch, grounded towards short, fielded by Jocks, throws to second and goes to first for the double play. Jocks to Peck to Chambers, 6-4-3 twin killing to end the inning. So the Raptors go from giving up 2 runs on an error to, nope, it's a foul ball. Let's get a double play on the very next pitch. And Cowlitz, again, had 2 runners aboard but could not bring them home. And Ridgefield maintains a 2-1 lead going into the bottom of the second inning.
The win-win value lineup from Buffalo Wild Wings gets you more for less with buy one, get one free traditional wings every Tuesday. It's like diving for pearls and finding the lost city of Atlantis. And they've got BOGO free wings. Get yours for dine-in, takeout, or delivery on Wing Tuesdays at B-Dubs. BOGO of equal value at participating locations. Not valid with other offers. Size exclusions apply while supplies last. Limit 1. Delivery and takeout limited time. Delivery offer valid on Buffalo Wild Wings website and app subject to availability. Fees may apply plus taxes.
A lot has changed in Clark County since C-Tran began service in 1981. We've changed with it. 30 bus routes, 2 bus rapid transit projects, and millions of rides later, C-Tran has grown into an award-winning transit system serving Clark County, including the city limits of Ridgefield. Please join C-Tran in celebrating an amazing 40 years serving you, our community, with activities happening in 2021. Look for details at c-tran.com, and thank you for 40 great years.
The Ridgefield Raptors are back, where the entire family can watch top-level college baseball players live at the Rourke. Now, kids 12 and under get in free with a paid adult for all Sunday afternoon Raptors games. Enjoy local Southwest Washington baseball with the whole family this summer. Sunday games are at 1:05 and are presented by Peace Health and the Columbian. Come cheer on your Ridgefield Raptors all season long. Get your tickets now at ridgefieldraptors.com. Go Raptors!
Bottom of the second inning, Mark Wanarovich back to the mound for Cowlitz. First pitch strike to the 9-hole hitter Tanner Jocks. As we head to the second inning, a 2-1 lead for Ridgefield. Pitches away, but a strike on the outer half. Strike 2. Tanner Jocks, the 9-hole hitter, playing shortstop for Ridgefield. First at-bat of the day for the senior from Linfield, a local kid from Vancouver. The 0-2 pitch just misses ball 1 from Wanarovich. Jocks, a 5'10", 170-pound shortstop, started that double play to end the top of the second inning. 6-4-3 on the double play. Swings at the 1-2 pitch and can't find it. Strikeout swinging for Wanarovich. 1 away in the second. Caden Connor to the plate, led off the ball game with a single in the bottom of the first inning. Scored the first run of the year for Ridgefield. Tied the game at 1 apiece. John Peck scored the second run to make it 2-1, and that's where we have stood. Now in the bottom of the second, Connor back in for a second at-bat. Watches the first pitch, a strike to Caden Connor, the Cal State Fullerton southpaw. Bats left, throws left, 6'1", 175-pounder. One of the team leaders for Cal State Fullerton batting average. Hits one into left center field, tailing towards the wall. It'll land for a hit, maybe extra bases. Connor taps first, sprints to second. He'll get in for a stand-up double, and Caden Connor is 2 for 2 on the ball game. A double to left center field, a one-out double, and Ridgefield has a runner in scoring position with 1 away for John Peck, who walked in the first inning, an 8-pitch base on balls. And that pushed Caden Connor into scoring position. Now he's got Caden already in scoring position. Peck, the shortstop from Pepperdine. First pitch from Wanarovich, outside, ball 1. Wanarovich giving up 2 earned runs in that first inning. The team did not play this spring for Wanaravich's Cal State East Bay squad. He had a 2.25 ERA back in 2020. But But Ridgefield already getting a couple runs off him. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Wanarovich. Down low, ball 2 to John Peck. Fun to see Caden Connor hitting well. He struggled a bit early on in his Cal State Fullerton career for head coach Rick Vanderhook. Only hit 143 back in the 2020 season when it was shortened. Only played 9 games that year and left a sour taste in his mouth. Here's the 2-0 pitch from Wanarovich, hit foul off the bat of John Peck. 1 out, runner on second. Ridgefield leading by a run. Bottom of the second inning. Caden Connor, who hit that double moments ago and is standing on second base, talked about how he felt like he left something out there, didn't play as well as he knew he could in that 2020 season. Came back and settled down a bit in this spring and said he's not trying to do too much, and he's hitting .333. Goes back to second as Wanarovich checks the runner, steps off the rubber. Hit .333, had 10 doubles for Cal State Fullerton, both among the team leaders. And hit his first double of the season moments ago. He's standing at second. The 2-1 pitch, well, outside to John Peck. 3-1 the count to the Pepperdine infielder. Playing second base, he combined with Tanner Jocks on that double play to end the second inning. And Cowlitz couldn't get either of those 2 runners on base home. Here's the 3-1 pitch, swung on into the netting behind home plate. A foul ball to make it a full count to John Peck. Drew an 8-pitch walk, again has a full count, just like he did in the first inning. With a runner on second and 1 out, a 2-1 lead for Ridgefield here in the bottom of the second inning. Wanarovich looks into his battery mate Jacob Burley, comes set, kicks and fires a fastball, hit into right field. It will be caught by the right fielder, might have a double play, throws back to second and got him. It looked like it might have dropped and it hung in the air. Caden Connor thought it might drop for a base hit and took a big turn towards third and couldn't get back to second in time. And that ends the inning. Both teams recording double plays to end the second inning. We head to the third with Ridgefield still.
and an employer-respected degree. You'll get a small school feel and the kind of place where you know you matter. Here, you'll get personalized education that brings out the best in you and inspires you to achieve your highest goals. Now, what are you waiting for? Apply today.
New pitcher for the Ridgefield Raptors after 2 innings of play. Ben Larson comes in to throw for Ridgefield. So Ryan Pitts exits after 2 innings. We'll get a no decision. Gave up 1 run, an earned run, and 2 hits on the day. Good thrower Ryan Pitts had 3 strikeouts in those 2 innings. So Ben Larson comes in. Larson, a 6'4", 190-pounder out of Gonzaga. He enters with the Ridgefield Raptors leading 2-1 after a couple innings of play. Both of those runs for Ridgefield and the 1 run for Cowlitz coming in that first inning. And both teams doing some damage in the second, or so it seemed, getting multiple runners on base for Cowlitz, 1 runner in scoring position for Ridgefield, but a double play in the top and bottom half of the second inning ended that action for both teams, and so it's a 2-1 ball game heading to the top of the third. Ben Larson, the new pitcher, comes out of Port Orchard, Washington, went to O'Day High School in the Seattle area. Wears number 43 for Gonzaga, wears number 32 for the Ridgefield Raptors. And steps in for his first appearance in a Raptors uniform. First batter for the Cowlitz Black Bears of this third inning will be Sean Mulcair. Had the first and only RBI of the season so far back in that first inning after Matthew Schwartz doubled. Advanced to third during the at-bat of Mulcair, and then he grounded a ball to first base. A fielder's choice RBI to score the go-ahead run. The first run at the top of the first. The 1-0 pitch grounded towards second. It is snagged by Peck. Throws back to first, just offline. And Mulcair is safe at first. Athletic play by John Peck to make that turn going out towards center field and deep in the hole, and nearly made the throw in time. And it will be a base hit for Sean Mulcair, an infield single. So he's done some productive things in both at-bats. Brings up Jacob Burley, who walked in his first at-bat, was later stranded at second. No outs. Ben Larson, the pitcher for Ridgefield. First offering to Burley is called a strike. 0-1 the count. Ben Larson, 6'4" right-hander. For Gonzaga, he is a sophomore, having played 2 years, but getting the eligibility back with the 2020 season being shortened. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Runner goes. That's a swung-on strike. Anybody's throw down to second is not in time. And a stolen base for Sean Mulcair. First stolen base of the season for either team. Diving in head first, and the throw from Enbody could not get him. So Mulcair in scoring position. The pitch from Larson was swung on, so it's now an 0-2 count for Jacob Burley. Larson checks the runner at second, comes back out of the stretch, lined into center field, base hit. Mulcair sprints to third. He'll come around. The throw will not get him, and this ball game is tied. An RBI base hit back up the middle for Jacob Burley. And Mulcair, after stealing second, scores from second. It's a 2-2 ball game here at the Rourke. Brings up Kerry Arboleda, the first baseman, who drew a walk in the first inning off of Ryan Pitts. Ben Larson comes in here in the third, gives up a couple of singles, and now faces the cleanup hitter in Kerry Arboleda. First pitch, a ball from Ben Larson. Arboleda, 6'1", 240-pound right-handing hitter. UC Santa Barbara. This past spring, transferred from Orange Coast College. The 1-0 pitch hits the zone. Strike one. 1-1 the count. Runner on first, no outs. It's a 2-2 ball game between the Raptors and the Black Bears here in the top of the third inning. Infield in double play depth. Taft and Hensley playing not too deep in center field. The 1-1 pitch is a strike, and Ben Larson ahead of Kerry Arboleda. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Larson looks into his battery mate, Dominic Enbody. Pitching out of the stretch, looks back at the runner, comes set. Adjusts the foot, kicks and fires. Breaking ball hit back to Larson, looks at second. He'll throw to first. Throws to Chambers to make the out. Runner advances to second. That is the first out of the inning. Arboleda retired. 1-3 on the play. Jacob Burley advances to second. And Toriano Sweet, the hitter. So 1 out, runner in scoring position. Cowlitz trying to reclaim the lead they had for only a half inning. Scored 1 run in the top of the first, but gave it up real quick with a 2-run bottom of the first inning for Ridgefield. It's a tie game now in the top of the third. Larson looks back at the runner. Big lead for Burley. The ball gets through Enbody, can't find it. Now goes back to grab it and cannot make the throw to third, where Jacob Burley sprints down on the pass ball. Enbody had it in his grasp for a moment and thought it was still in his glove, and then it trickled behind him, and he couldn't locate it for a second. Went back onto the the R logo, the blue and R Ridgefield logo behind him. So runner advances to third. Breaking ball on the 1-0 pitch. Swung on and missed from Toriano Sweet. 1-1 the count with one out. Jacob Burley at third. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Sweet. Fouls it down the first base side. Fouled off, 1 ball and 2 strikes to Toriano Sweet. Used to play for Western Oregon, hit .311 in his 15 starts over a couple of years. Transferred pretty far away to Jackson State University, but comes back to the West Coast to play for Cowlitz up in Longview. Playing his first game of the season here in Ridgefield. 1 out, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Inside, checked his swing, and it's in there for a strike. Struck him out. Looking, in fact, it looked like it was me inside, checked his swing, but it was a strike either way. And that is the second out of the inning. Toriano Sweet retired. The go-ahead run remaining at third base in the form of Jacob Burley. The next batter is Jace Bailey. Struck out looking in the first. That is the first strikeout of the day for Ben Larson coming in relief. Off speed on the first pitch to Bailey is called a strike. So Ben Larson doing something similar to Ryan Pitts. Ryan Pitts in his first inning gave up a hit, allowed 1 run, and then stranded a couple. Ben Larson trying to do a similar thing where he gives up 1 run and 1 run only. He's already given up that 1 and hoping to strand the runner. Second pitch is a ball, 1-1 the count from Ben Larson. The Gonzaga Bulldog looks in. Jace Bailey set the left-hander, faces the 1-1 pitch, grounded to second base on a couple of hops, fielded by John Peck, makes the throw, and the inning is over, stranding a runner at third base. The ballgame stays tied 2-2 with Cowlitz putting up 1 run to knot it up at 2 apiece. Ridgefield coming up in the bottom of the third. Stay with us. Ridgefield Raptors baseball continues after this.
Wind in my ears, treats in my mouth, and peace of mind knowing Les Schwab did our tires, brakes, and alignment. Like Les Schwab, my family's safety is my first priority. Well, that and squeaky toys.
Les Schwab Tires, proud to be ranked #1 in overall customer satisfaction for aftermarket tire replacement by J.D. Power 2 years in a row. For J.D. Power 2021 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards.
At Clark Public Utilities, we know you depend on electricity every day. And even though our offices remain closed, we're available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, by phone, online, and email. The past year has brought changes to many in our community, with lost jobs or reduced working hours, disrupted childcare, and the challenge of teaching the kids. If you've been financially impacted by the pandemic and can't pay your utility bill, call us or send an email right away. Eligibility for payment assistance has been expanded so more households may qualify. Through it all, we're always here to provide you with safe and reliable service, and we're ready to help. Clark Public Utilities, ranked highest in customer satisfaction among residential mid-size utilities in the West by J.D. Power, 13 years in a row. For J.D. Power 2020 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Clark Public Utilities, we're always here.
Welcome back to the Ridgefield Outdoor Recreation Complex, where it's the Ridgefield Raptors and the Cowlitz Black Bears tied up at 3 apiece. At 2 apiece, I should say. And trying to get the jersey numbers all set. Cowlitz bringing in a new pitcher. Don't have him on the roster. We'll double check and see Jacob Trupp, the pitcher. He's listed as number 33 on the roster. He's wearing number 30. Getting it all settled out. All the players getting their jerseys yesterday, if not today. So Jacob Trupp, a 6'7", yes, 6'7", 227-pounder sophomore from Clark College from Camas, Washington, went to Camas High School, and now at Clark. Comes in relief. So both starting pitchers today going 2 innings, giving way to their respective relievers. Coming up to the plate for Ridgefield, Will Chambers. Switch hitters, so he's hit from both sides of the plate today, facing the right-hand throwing Mark Wanarovich, and now the lefty in Jacob Trupp. So Will Chambers hitting from the right side now. First pitch is a ball. Chambers struck out against Wanarovich in that first inning. Now the 1-0 pitch way up and out, all the way to the backstop behind Jacob Burley, the catcher for Cowlitz. So Jacob Trupp, the pitcher, who is a sophomore at Clark College, and 6'7", he looks all of it. Good frame, left-handed. Outfield playing way deep for Cowlitz. 2-0 pitch up and out, and Trupp unable to find the strike zone early on against Will Chambers, who is in a hitter's count, 3-0. Ridgefield and Cowlitz knotted up, 2 runs apiece. We're in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Chambers with the bases empty, off-speed up, and a 4-pitch walk submitted to Will Chambers. So he's on first as Ridgefield has gotten a runner on base each inning. Dominic Enbody, who singled in the first inning, the first RBI of the season for the Raptors. Dominic, who hit a home run in the season opener last time Ridgefield had a season in 2019, as that was the inaugural season for the Raptors. He goes down in the history books as the first Raptor to hit a home run in a Ridgefield uniform. It was at this park against Yakima Valley. Now starts out the 2021 season with an RBI in his first at-bat. And so he continues to make history. Unfortunately, I don't think we'll get Dominic Enbody back in uniform next season, where he could get the first Grand Slam of the year, whatever it may be. He'll be a senior at University of Antelope Valley. 6'1", 200-pounder. A ball in the first pitch. It's a 1-0 count from Trupp. The lefty fires over the plate, but high, ball 2. So he's thrown 6 consecutive balls as he's come in relief here in the 3rd inning. Walked Will Chambers, who's at first base, no outs, a 2-2 tie here in the bottom of the 3rd. Outfield staying pretty deep, limiting the corners to Enbody. The 2-0 pitch just misses. Dave Ratcliffe squeezing the pitcher Trupp a bit. It's a 3-0 count to Dominic Enbody. So after a 4-pitch walk to Will Chambers, Enbody now ahead 3-0. No outs, runner on first. Jacob Trupp comes set, fires way outside, ball 4. A couple of 4-pitch walks to open up the inning. 2 runners aboard. Tafton Hensley to the plate, who very nearly got the first RBI of the season. He would have had Dominic Enbody not done that right before him. So he got the second RBI, hit a ball pretty deep to center field. It was caught by Toriano Sweet, but the runner at third scored. A sac fly in the book for Tafton Hensley, who himself is the center fielder. Pitchers meeting at the mound for Cowlitz, talking with Jacob Trupp. Brian Burris, the head coach. Corey Keir is the pitching coach for Cowlitz. Welcome back to the Rourke to Corey Keir. Spent some time here, lives in the area, and was a regular member of the broadcast a couple of years ago in 2019. Our thanks to him and Brian Slyke for covering the broadcast in 2019. We wish them well, and Corey Keir continuing on in the West Coast League's pitching coach for Cowlitz, with that spot opening up. Talking with Jacob Trupp, who's back on the mound, will face Tafton Hensley with 2 runners on board, no outs. Trupp looks back at second and now steps off the rubber. Has pitched 8 times this inning, 8 balls, but a conversation with Corey Keir. The center fielder, Toriano Sweet, running from left center to right center, adjusting his spot. First pitch of the at-bat is a strike, so Corey Keir did his job in talking with Jacob Trupp. And now he's ahead of the batter, 0-1 to Tafton Hensley from College of the Canyons. originally from Mooresville, North Carolina. Went to Mooresville High School. Second pitch, the 0-1 just misses. Ball one, 1-1 to Hensley. He hit that one to center field. It tailed towards right center, and Toriano Sweet, who initially was standing a good 10 feet towards left center when this at-bat started, and then sprinted 20 feet towards right center. So now he's standing a good 10 feet to the right of second base as we look from behind home plate here. The beautiful press box behind home plate at the Rourke here in Ridgefield, looking out towards Hillhurst Road. The 1-1 pitch inside, ball two to Hensley, the right-hand hitter, facing the lefty and Jacob Trupp. Hensley looks tall at 6'1", but he's giving up 6 inches to Jacob Trupp. On top of the mound, looks back at the runner. The 2-1 pitch from Trupp is in for a strike. 2-2 the count, no outs. Runners on first and second. It's Cowlitz 2, Ridgefield 2. We're in the bottom of the third inning. Tafton Hensley resets. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The runners not being held on at first or second. Will Chambers standing at second, N-Body at first. The 2-2 pitch from Trupp. Off speed up high. It's a full count upcoming. It's been a better at-bat for Jacob Trupp in this plate appearance, although he is 1 pitch away from walking the bases loaded. Although simply by throwing a couple strikes, he's managed to make some improvements on the first couple batters where it was 4-pitch walks, but it's a 3-2 count now from Jacob Trupp. Here's the payoff pitch. It is up and away, ball 4, and he has walked 3 straight. Good plate discipline from the Ridgefield Raptors. Will Chambers, Dominic N-Body, Tafton Hensley go walk, walk, walk. The bases are loaded for Cody Darcy. Cody himself also walked in the first inning. That was off of Mark Wanarovich. Second time Ridgefield has had the bases loaded today, was unable to capitalize in the first. Well, they had already scored 2 runs, but that was before the bases were loaded. Then left the bases juiced in that first inning. The score now 2-2. Jacob Trupp comes set, throws right down the middle, strike 1. Cody Darcy playing third base today. From Nichols State, 6'2", 195-pounder. He'll have 2 years of eligibility when he heads to Louisiana. Here's the 0-1 pitch with the bases loaded. Swung on off the hands, foul. First base side into the screen. Jack Thompson, the on-deck circle, jogs over to pick it up and hand it back to Dave Ratcliffe, the home plate umpire. 0-2 hole, still no outs in the inning. First 3 batters of this frame all walked. We're in the bottom of the third. A 2-2 tie. Ridgefield trying to reclaim the lead. Both teams have had the lead already. No balls and 2 strikes. Trupp fires up and in, ball 1. So after 3 walks, he gets ahead 0-2 to Cody Darcy. Had Tafton Hensley with 2 strikes as well, but let him off the hook. Darcy with a 1 ball and 2 strike situation. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Jacob Trupp with the bases loaded. Off speed just up above the belt, ball 2 to Cody Darcy. Hit 143 this spring at Xavier. No extra base hits. We'll switch up the program, head to Nichols State. New scenery there for him. And trying to get a lot of at-bats here for the Raptors this season. Got a big opportunity here with the bases juiced. Down low on the 2-2 pitch. We'll have a full count, bases loaded situation in the bottom of the third inning. And the ball game tied at 2 apiece. Cody Darcy working back from an 0-2 count. Jacob Trupp, having walked the first 3 batters of the frame, could get a strikeout or he could walk home his 4th consecutive player and a run. Here's the payoff pitch. Trupp fires. It is just high, ball 4. And Ridgefield has drawn 4 consecutive walks to score the go-ahead run. Trotting down the third baseline to score is Will Chambers. Dominic N-Body advances to third. Tafton Hensley into scoring position at second. Cody Darcy aboard at first. Still no balls put into play here in the bottom of the third inning. Jacob Trupp getting a chat from head coach Brian Burris. He's got plenty of experience to work from. Burris, who played a whopping 16 years in the major leagues, has decided to make a change. Jacob Trupp exits. They'll bring in a new relief pitcher for Cowlitz. We'll get the number in just a moment. We'll keep it right here. Brian Burris, who 16 years in the professional ranks, 6 of those years at the show, played for Baltimore and Toronto and Pittsburgh, his 3 teams at the major league level. Also played professionally in Mexico, Venezuela, and Taiwan. And coaching in the West Coast League his first year at Cowlitz. Makes a change here, pitching in the bottom of the third. So coming in for the Black Bears is Dale Tacalo, a 6'3", 180-pound right-hander from Lewis Clark State College. Not to be confused with Lewis and Clark College in Portland. Lewis Clark State College in Lewiston, Idaho. Tacalo himself is from Napa, Oregon. Not to be confused with Nampa, Idaho. All those places you could get mixed up. We'll keep it straight. Tacalo, a right-hander, 6'3", played for Cowlitz in 2019 as well, back when he was playing for Blue Mountain College. Made 14 appearances for the Black Bears that season, had a 5.81 ERA. He pitched once against Ridgefield that season. It was at the Rourke. Gave up 2 runs in 1 inning of work. Ridgefield hoping to similarly do some damage. They've got the bases loaded as he comes in. So Jacob Trupp officially going no innings. He did not record an out. 4 batters faced. Gives up 1 run, an earned run, and he's responsible for all 3 batters aboard. All 3 runners aboard, I should say. And so Dale Tacalo in to pitch. The batter he will be facing here in the bottom of the third will be Jack Thompson. So we're seeing a matchup of Lewis Clark State College versus Lewis and Clark College. That's the pitcher and the hitter, respectively. The Lewis and Clark pioneer, Jack Thompson, digs in. Bases are loaded. No outs in the bottom of the third inning. Ridgefield having put up 1 run so far. They lead 3-2. First pitch from Tacalo is a strike. 0-1 the count to Jack Thompson. Jack drew a walk in the first inning. Was stranded at first. He's the designated hitter today. Outfield playing pretty deep and shaded towards the right. Same for the infield for the left-hand hitting Thompson. Looping off-speed pitch is outside, ball 1. 1-1 the count. No outs here in the bottom of the third inning. Ridgefield has had no lack of base runners today, loading the bases in the first and third innings. The 1-1 pitch in the dirt, gets away from the catcher. The runners do not advance. Will Chambers making a good decision at third base to hold, and the runners behind him correctly waiting for Will to make that decision. Checking the runner, and the ball did not get that far away from Jacob Burley, the catcher. Runners hold, 2 balls, 1 strike. A 1-run lead for Ridgefield. Bases are loaded. 2-1 pitch, swung on and fouled backwards into the screen. Two and 2 the count for Jack Thompson. Led the team in slugging, doubles, home runs, batting average, 3rd in RBIs with 18. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Does not swing, down in the dirt. It's a full count with the bases loaded. And a 1-run lead for Ridgefield, having claimed that lead here in this inning. Jack Thompson, who drew a walk. See if he swings here. The 3-2 pitch from Tacalo. Here's the payoff pitch. Swung on and missed. A foul tip into the glove for the first out of the inning. And Thompson is retired swinging. Brings up the 8-hole hitter, Trevor Torpa. So Ridgefield still with the bases loaded. The 8 and 9-hole hitters for the Raptors did both strike out in their first at-bats. Trevor Torpa struck out looking in the first with the bases loaded. Now has another shot with the bases juiced. Only 1 out. Will Chambers, the closest one to home plate, standing at third. Swung on through the infield, base hit. This will score at least 1. Will Chambers scores, The runner at third holds. That's Tafton Hensley, an RBI base hit on the first pitch. Trevor Torpa, a single through the right side to give Ridgefield a 4-2 lead. Hensley made a good choice to hold at third. Jace Bailey came up throwing. It was in shallow right field, sprinted in on it. Ridgefield up by 2 now in the bottom of the third inning. Still only 1 out. Tanner Jocks to the plate with the bases juiced. He was the leadoff hitter in the second when he struck out. Much different situation here. 1 away, bases loaded. Tafton Hensley at third base. Breaking ball on the first pitch, down and away, ball 1. Hensley is standing at third. Cody Darcy advanced to second on that base hit. Trevor Torpa, fresh off his first RBI, standing at first. Tanner Jocks, the shortstop from Linfield. The 1-0 pitch, swung on, hit back up the middle, another RBI. This will score 1. The center fielder drops the ball. Sweet can't recover. 2 runs come home. Cody Darcy slides in a 2 RBI single for Tanner Jocks, and the 8 and 9 hole hitters both singling for 3 RBIs combined, and the Raptors have opened up a 4-run lead. It's 6-2. Back to the top of the order we go. Torpa ended up at second base on the play. Cody Darcy scoring. Toriano Sweet bobbled the ball a couple of times in center. They will not give him an error. It did look like Cody Darcy probably would have scored even if he had fielded that ball cleanly. So it's a base hit, no error on the play. Top of the order, and Caden Connor, who's 2 for 2 on the day, at the plate. And finally, Ridgefield not having the bases loaded for the first time in 4 at-bats. Once they had the bases loaded, it went walk, single, single, and now Caden Connor to the plate. First pitch is a ball, 1-0 the count. With 1 out in the inning, 4 runs already coming in for Ridgefield here in the bottom of the third. Takalo throws a ball outside, and the catcher Burley throws to second. Not in time to back pick the runner at second, who is Trevor Torpa. So runners at first and second, the first 2 pitches both missing. 2 balls and no strikes, 1 out. A 6-2 lead for Ridgefield. These 2 teams have matched each other in base hits, however. Both teams recording 5 hits. Ridgefield earning 4 walks in this inning already. That's helped make the difference. Here's the 2-0 pitch from Dale Takalo. Is on the outer half, strike 1 on Caden Connor, who led off for Ridgefield in the first, singled. In the second, he had the bases empty when he doubled to left center and then was caught on a fly out to right field and then could not get back to second and was doubled up. But now he's got a chance with runners in first and second. Here's the 2-1 from Takalo. Off the fist, fouled, it'll get out of play. Behind the stands here at Ridgefield. The wind continuing to blow nicely with temperatures in the upper 70s, helping cool things down just a touch for the great crowd with the bleachers along third base and the chairback seating all the way around. Good number of fans here to watch Ridgefield take a 6-2 lead. 2-2 pitch, breaking ball, backdoor curveball, struck him out looking. And 2 away for Ridgefield. In the bottom of the third inning, Caden Connor is retired for the first time today. We have batted around the order. John Peck is the 9th batter to the plate here in the third inning. Runners in first and second, 2 outs. John Peck, who is 0 for 1 on the day, drew a walk and scored in the first. Dale Takalo fires a fastball down the pipe. That was an impressive breaking ball that looked like it was going to end up in the batter's box on the outer half and bent back inwards for strike 3 to get Caden Connor. Now the fastball is strike, so it's 0-1 with 2 outs to John Peck. Breaking ball is a strike, 0-2 to John Peck. He flew out to right field in his second at-bat. He has Trevor Torpa standing at second, Tanner Jock standing at first, both of whom had RBI base hits in this inning. 2 outs, 0-2 the count. Ridgefield up by 4. Dale Tacalo fires. It's hit into center field. Toriano Sweet going back on it. Backing up to the track and makes the grab to end the inning. Strands 2, but the Raptors score 4. It's a 6-2 lead for Ridgefield, largest lead of the season. And we head to the top of the 4th inning. It's the Raptors and the Black Bears continuing from the Rourke. Thanks for joining us.
The win-win value lineup from Buffalo Wild Wings has bundles of wings and fries so you can get more for less. With individual size bundles starting at just $9.99 and the 40-wing family XL bundle for only $39.99. It doesn't take a degree in chicken economics to know a good deal when it's pecking you in the face. Order wing bundles for takeout or delivery, part of the win-win value lineup at B-Dubs. At participating locations for a limited time only for takeout or delivery through Buffalo Wild Wings app and website. Delivery subject to availability. Fees may apply. Taxes extra.
The Ridgefield Raptors are thrilled to reunite with fans and enjoy summer baseball again. Join us for America's favorite pastime. The Raptors are following state guidelines for spectator events and ask for your patience as we prepare for exciting West Coast League play. Please be courteous to our staff, fans, and players as we celebrate the return of your Ridgefield Raptors this summer. Let's make it a great season at the Rourke. Get your tickets now at ridgefieldraptors.com. Go Raptors!
Dick Hanna Dealerships is proud to welcome everyone back to support our Ridgefield Raptors. Just in time for warm summer nights with family and friends, lounging on the lawn, or eating dogs in the stands. Feels good to be back. In business for over 70 years, Dick Hanna Dealerships is a local, family-owned business with locations in Vancouver, Kelso, and Portland. Choose from thousands of cars and 12 new car brands. Experience nice in the car business. Dick Hanna Dealerships. Believe in nice. Now play ball.
A 4-run inning for Ridgefield to take a 6-2 advantage. 4 walks and 2 hits for the Raptors in the bottom of the 3rd inning. And so we head to the top of the 4th with the Raptors leading 6-2. Looks like a new pitcher for Ridgefield after Ben Larson goes 1 inning in the 3rd, gave up 1 run. Brings in Jacob Free, the new pitcher for Ridgefield. It is fouled off on the first offering to Josh Schleichart, the 3rd baseman who struck out looking in the 2nd inning, off Ryan Pitts, who was the starting pitcher today for Ridgefield. First pitcher of the season since 2019. Such a long break hiatus we had of baseball here in Southern Washington. The 0-1 pitch inside. 1-1 the count from Jacob Freed. The lanky right-hander gets a ground ball to 3rd base. Cody Darcy comes up firing and makes the throw to first. Will Chambers steps off the bag, steps on it with his right cleat, and comes down with it for the out. Athletic play by Will Chambers to retire Josh Schleichart. 5-3 on the play, 1 away in the top of the 4th inning. It's a 6-2 lead for Ridgefield. Cowlitz had scored 1 in the 3rd inning to tie the game. It was 2-2. First pitch is a strike to Johnny Radomski, who had a single up the middle in the 2nd inning. The 0-1 pitch from Jacob Freed is hit towards second base on a hop. It's collected by John Peck, makes the throw to first for the out. Couple of ground balls for Jacob Freed, who's looked good and efficient here in the 4th inning. Good play by John Peck, who nearly could catch that one on the line drive, but it was going to land right in front of him. Short hopped it and threw cleanly to first base. So 2 away, and if Henry Mensch is retired by Jacob Freed, which he may be, grounds up towards short and through the infield for a base hit, and we will not have a 1-2-3 inning, which is what I was about to say, and perhaps I preemptively jinxed it. We had not seen a 1-2-3 inning for either team today, and before I even got the words out of my mouth, Henry Mensch broke up the potential 1-2-3 inning. A single up the middle, and the inning extends to the top of the order. Matthew Schwartz, who doubled on the first pitch of the ball game in the 1st inning, scored the first run of the contest. Cowlitz has since relinquished the lead. Then they came back to tie it and then gave up the lead again. First pitch swung on. It gets behind the catcher, and the runner advances to second. Apparently he did not get a piece of that ball. It got through the catcher, Dominic Enbody. Enbody not offering any appeal, saying that the ball was fouled. Apparently it was not. And so Henry Mensch advances to second on the play. Enbody will come out to chat with Jacob Freed, who's looked great so far. A couple of quick ground outs to open up the top of the fourth inning, help maintain the 6-2 advantage for Ridgefield. As a right-handed pitcher, sophomore, a 6'6", 190-pounder. Plays for Loyola Marymount down in Southern California. A team that went 20-29 this year for head coach Nathan Choate. Freed originally comes from Kenmore, Washington. Played for University Prep, so it goes from the Seattle area, top left to bottom left in USA geography. As a runner on second and 2 outs, it's fouled off the bat of Matthew Schwartz. 0-2 the count to Matthew. The leadoff hitter has 2 outs. Ridgefield has now recorded more hits than, Cowlitz has recorded more hits than Ridgefield, despite trailing by 4 runs. They had 2 hits in the second but did not score. 2 hits in the third and only scored 1. 1 hit in the first and 1 hit here in the fourth. Jacob Freed fires the 0-2 pitch, misses down low. A 6-2 ball game. 2 outs, runner on second. That's Henry Mensch standing in scoring position. Matthew Schwartz at the plate. Jacob Freed fires breaking ball in the zone, struck him out looking, and Jacob Freed works probably the best half inning of Ridgefield pitching so far. The Loyola Marymount right-hander works a quick inning. It's a 6-2 ball game. Bottom of the fourth inning coming up. You're listening to Ridgefield Raptors baseball.
The win-win value lineup from Buffalo Wild Wings gets you more for less. With buy one, get one free boneless wings every Thursday. It's like finding extra fries at the bottom of your bag. But they're boneless wings, and there's twice as many of them. What is this sorcery? It's Boneless Thursdays at B-Dubs. Available for dine-in, takeout, and delivery. BOGO of equal value at participating locations. Not valid with other offers. Size exclusions apply while supplies last. Limit 1. Delivery and takeout limited time. Delivery offer valid on Buffalo Wild Wings website and app subject to availability. Fees may apply, plus taxes.
C-Tran is your public transit system offering service in Clark County and beyond. Catch local service in Clark County, regional and express service to Portland, and connector service within the city limits of Camas, La Center, and Ridgefield. And if you don't have cash, no problem. C-Tran now accepts digital payments with Hop FastPass. So hit a home run and leave the driving to us. Visit c-tran.com for more information. C-Tran, our community, our promise.
Found a giant spider in my bed.
Stepped outside and a hornet stung my head.
Got ants around the sink.
And I am starting to think the experts that I know are gonna make me pest-free.
Natura Pest Control, killing your bugs and rodents, baby. Natura Pest Control. Call today, get a quote for free.
A 6-2 ball game here at the Rourke. We have reached the bottom of the fourth inning. Both mascots out on the field. Rowley, the Raptor, holding aloft the Columbia River Cup trophy. Good-looking trophy. Had it sitting next to me for a while. The first year of the new rivalry between Cowlitz and Ridgefield. The winner of the season series is awarded the silver trophy, and they'll get their name, their team name on the plaque that's at the bottom of the trophy. They play 7 games, these two teams, over the course of the season. This is the only exhibition game per West Coast League standings, but the other 6 will count. The West Coast League season starts Friday. So Cowlitz back out into the field. First pitch from Dale Takalo is a ball to Will Chambers, the 3-hole hitter who is 0 for 1, had a walk. The 1-0 pitch to the backstop, 2-0. Takalo in for his second inning of work. He came in the middle of that third inning, but recorded all 3 outs of the frame. Did good work, although a couple of singles helped extend that inning and get 3 runs home. 2-0 pitch from Takalo down the pipe. Strike 1 to Will Chambers. Takalo came in with the bases loaded, struck out the first batter, then 2 singles, then a strikeout and a flyout. So all things considered, a pretty good performance from Takalo, but now offers a 2-1 pitch down in the dirt. 3-1 to Will Chambers. Jacob Trupp struggled to find the zone, gave up 4 walks to open up the third, and Ridgefield took advantage not only with the walks but those 2 singles to go from a 2-2 tie to 6-2 lead. Chambers a big cut at the 3-1 pitch. Can't locate it. Strike 1 for Will. Earlier today he was showing me the bat that he uses, this burgundy bat, 32-34 measurements on it. He swings with it both on the left side and the right side, the switch hitter. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Swung on and hit foul third base side. During batting practice, he was hitting some to deep outfield, and at least one over the wall. And at one point, he was worried he broke the bat. I mean, he didn't like the sound of it, and he checked it and ensured, nope, there was no breaks in it. And he was deeply relieved. He said, oh, this is my baby. I'm so glad this one's okay. Breaking ball on the 3-2 pitch, misses, ball 4. And Will Chambers draws his second walk of the game. Who needs to use the big burgundy bat? Well, you can draw a walk. A leadoff base on balls for Will Chambers. He's already scored 1 run in this game. Dominic Enbody to follow with an RBI to his name today and a 4-pitch walk as well. Enbody also scored in that third inning. The left-hand hitter digs in with a runner on first, no outs. Takalo down and in near the cleats of Enbody. Sweeps away the turf with the navy blue Nikes and adjusts the batting gloves. Ridgefield in the red uniforms, white bottoms today. Cowlitz in the black tops and the gray pants. 1-0 pitch from Takalo, lifted high, right field. Going back on it is Jace Bailey. Now locates it, comes back in on it, and makes the catch. Looking towards the sun and ran back nearly to the warning track, then came back in on the ball and hauls it in for the first out of the inning. Will Chambers retreats to first base. Tafton Hensley to the plate, who had a sac fly to center field in the first inning, a 6-pitch walk in the third, came around to score on a single. 1 away, runner on first. A 6-2 advantage for Ridgefield, bottom of the fourth. Checked his swing, did Hensley. On the first pitch from Dale Takalo. It is called a strike, however. 0-1 the count to Tafton Hensley. Takalo out of the stretch, outside on the 0-1 pitch. Good block from Jacob Burley, the catcher today for Cowlitz. Make sure Will Chambers can advance to second. Ridgefield having scored 2 in the first, 4 in the third. Have 1 on, 1 out. The 1-1 pitch from Burley, or from Takalo, is grounded down the third baseline. Chris Cota, the head coach, down at third base, and assistant coach Nick Allen, the first base coach. Ridgefield High School's head coach stays in the area to coach the Raptors here through the summer of 2021. Second year as the assistant. Takalo throws the 1-2 inside and fouled off the hands of Tafton Hensley. Infield playing straight up. Outfield playing pretty deep and shifted towards the right. Now a little bit towards double play depth for the infield. 1-2 pitch with 1 out, runner on first. A half swing from Hensley, and he managed to get a piece of it, fooled by that off speed, and I'm sure he's happy to have extended the at-bat because he was probably looking fastball and kind of did a half-hearted swing around and fouled at the plate, stays alive for the third consecutive foul ball. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes, 1 out, runner on first. Bottom of the fourth inning. Raptors lead 6-2. Takalo fires off speed, got him swinging, and Hensley battled through a long at-bat, but finally Takalo wins it. Strikeout swinging Cody Darcy to the plate, has walked both times in his 2 plate appearances, both of them on 3-2 pitches. The second one earned him an RBI. Bases were loaded. Worked back from an 0-2 count and got the bases loaded base on balls. First pitch to Darcy, hit hard to left field. This one's tagged, but it dies before the track. Sounded good, but it did not carry. And the left fielder Radomski makes the play, F7 to end the inning. Ridgefield strands 1 after the leadoff walk by Will Chambers. We head to the top of the 5th inning with the Raptors still leading 6-2. Thanks for joining us. Ridgefield Raptors baseball continues after this.
Can't remember the last time you had a tall, ice-cold draft beer? Jog your memory at Buffalo Wild Wings for just $3. Stop by B-Dubs now and get Bud Light poured into a tall 22-ounce glass, all for just $3. Remind your mouth what it's been missing. Buffalo Wild Wings. Roar!
Available at participating locations for a limited time. Dine-in only. Prices may vary. Please drink responsibly. Availability of dine-in varies by location.
Join the Ridgefield Raptors for warm sunshine, great food, and exciting top-level college baseball at the Rourke. Bring your family, friends, neighbors, and coworkers for a relaxing night outdoors this season. Your group can welcome us on the Les Schwab left field platform, the Leonard Holmes and Dick Hanna grass berms, or the First Centennial and Wellhaven Pet Health picnic areas. There's nothing like a Ridgefield Raptors summer baseball game. Get your tickets now at ridgefieldraptors.com. Go Raptors!
Jacob Freed back out for his 2nd inning of work. Pitched great in that last half inning, a scoreless frame for Jacob Freed. And the Raptors maintain a 6-2 lead as we head to the top of the 5th inning. Thanks for joining us for Raptors baseball. Freed, the Loyola Marymount pitcher, will face the Cowlitz lineup in the top of the 5th inning with the first pitch hammered to right field, and that one, if it stays fair, is going to be gone, and it is gone for a home run by Sean Mulcair, who hits the first homer of the season for the Cowlitz Black Bears and hammered the first pitch from Jacob Freed, who comes off the mound to give a little nod towards Mulcair, who just got a absolute rocket off the bat of Sean Mulcair. Home run to right field. And a leadoff jack. Chris Cota comes out to chat with the home plate umpire to make sure that one was fair. You could tell it was going to get over the fence. Caden Connor, the right fielder, was barely even running towards it. He could tell this one's getting out, either fair or foul. Assuming this call remains a fair ball and a home run, which it does, it's now a 6-3 ball game. So Mulcair, the home run, Jacob Burley to the plate. With Jacob Freed, after a very efficient 4th inning, gives up a first pitch home run. Now trying to come back and settle things down. First pitch is a strike to Jacob Burley. Sean Mulcair, the University of Portland player, an infielder, 5'11", left-hand hitter, and took the right-hander Jacob Freed deep on the first pitch. Here's the 0-1 from Jacob Freed. Fastball up and away, ball 1. 1-1 the count to Burley. The catcher, who's gotten on board both times today, drew a walk in the first, an RBI single in the third. It's a 3-1 ball game. Ridgefield up 6-3. Freed fires the 1-1 pitch. Fastball gets away from the mitt of Dominic Enbody. Ball 2, 2-1. Cowlitz has out-hit Ridgefield today 7-5, but Ridgefield drawing more walks and leaving fewer runners on base have made the most of their time at the plate. 2-1 pitch is grounded on 2 hops to third base. Cody Darcy comes up firing and makes the throw easily in time, 1 away. Darcy another put out for Ridgefield. The only misplay he's made didn't come back to bite him because it was a throw over the first baseman's head on a play that was later called foul. It's Carrie Arboleda to the plate. 0 for 1 in the day, drew a walk in the first, ground out back to the pitcher in the third. 1 away, nobody on. First pitch is hit into the ground towards short. Jocks comes up throwing, and the throw is a bit high and not in time to get Arboleda, who is safe at first base. Tanner Jocks took Chambers off the bag. The throw would have been a bang-bang play had it been right on line. It's a tough play for Jocks. In the hole towards second base, fielded it and threw just a touch high. They'll give him a base hit. A single for Arboleda. Neither team has recorded an error today. We've had now 4 innings of play. We're in the top of the 5th. 1 out, 1 on. Ridgefield up 6-3. First pitch is a strike to Toriano Sweet, the center fielder who has yet to put the ball in play. Struck out swinging, struck out looking in his first inning and third inning at-bats respectively. The 0-1 pitch catches the zone, 0-2. Toriano Sweet, 5'10", 205-pounder. With a runner on first and 1 away, Jacob Freed fires, cutter outside, swung on and missed by Toriano Sweet. 2 away, and Jacob Freed records his second punch-out of the ball game, working his second inning here for the Raptors. And now has 2 outs, a runner on first. Jace Bailey, the next batter for Cowlitz. The left-hander steps in. Swings at the first pitch from Jacob Freed and misses it. Jacob doing a good job. That's a fastball that's got some movement on it. Looked like a cutter that moved away from the right-hand hitting Toriano Sweet. And it looked like it was more on the plate as it was coming out of his hand and skirted away from him. Down in the dirt on the 0-1 pitch. Gets away from end body, but he does a good job of blocking it. Goes back to snag it in front of the plate and keeps Arboleda at first. Runner on first, 2 outs. Ridgefield having taken a 6-2 lead back in the third inning. That advantage has been slimmed, but only slightly. It's 6-3 as we stand in the top of the 5th inning. Jacob Freed comes back with the 1-1 pitch and misses outside, ball 2. A lot of room towards right field with Caden Connor playing way off the line, the right fielder. And that's where Sean Mulcair hit the home run. 2-1 pitch is hit back up the middle into center field. Coming in on the play and making the catch, Tafton Hensley catches the fly out, and Ridgefield gets a leadoff, or gives up a leadoff home run, but Cowlitz cannot do any more damage after that. After the top of the 5th inning, Cowlitz scores 1. It's a 6-3 lead for the Raptors, who will bring up Jack Thompson to the plate when we return in the bottom of the 5th inning. Thanks for joining us for Ridgefield Raptors baseball.
The win-win value lineup from Buffalo Wild Wings gets you more for less with buy one, get one free traditional wings every Tuesday. It's like diving for pearls and finding the lost city of Atlantis. And they've got BOGO free wings. Get yours for dine-in, takeout, or delivery on Wing Tuesdays at B-Dubs.
BOGO of equal value at participating locations. Not valid with other offers. Size exclusions apply while supplies last. Limit 1. Delivery and takeout limited time. Delivery offer valid on Buffalo Wild Wings website and app subject to availability. Fees may apply plus taxes.
A lot has changed in Clark County since C-Tran began service in 1981. We've changed with it. 30 bus routes, 2 bus rapid transit projects, and millions of rides later, C-Tran has grown into an award-winning transit system serving Clark County, including the city limits of Ridgefield. Please join C-Tran in celebrating an amazing 40 years serving you, our community, with activities happening in 2021. Look for details at c-tran.com, and thank you for 40 great years.
Welcome back to Ridgefield, Washington for the Raptors and the Black Bears tonight in the season opener at the Rourke. Thanks for joining us. My name's Josh Warden. Happy to bring you the play-by-play tonight and all season for Raptors baseball, and a good season opener so far for Ridgefield. The Raptors leading 6-3. One of the guys who's played a role in that, Jack Thompson, at the plate, facing Dale Takalo. Thompson drew a walk back in the first inning. Takalo got the better of him in the third, struck him out. Thompson swings at the 1-0 pitch, misses it 1-1. Takalo came in to face Jack Thompson in the third inning. That was the first batter he faced. in the third when the bases were loaded. Although Thompson struck out, Ridgefield went on to hit 2 base hits after that. Thompson puts a dent in one towards left field, but it does not get out of the grasp of Johnny Radomski. The left fielder flies out to lead off the bottom of the 5th inning. Brings up Trevor Torpa. Dale Tacalo back in for his 2nd inning of work for Cowlitz, who trails 6-3 to the host Raptors. Trevor Torpa to the plate, had an RBI base hit in the 3rd inning with the bases loaded and 1 out. Now with the bases empty here in the bottom of the 5th, Ridgefield leading 6-3. Torpa had struck out with the bases loaded and then singled with the bases loaded. So he has had a wide variety of situations when coming to the plate. Now with the bases empty in the 5th. The 1-0 pitch misses with the breaking ball. 2-0 from Dale Tacalo. The 2-0 pitch in there for a strike on Trevor Torpa. A well-hit single for Torpa. Both he and Tanner Jocks, the 8 and 9 hole hitters, singling to score 3 runs on those couple of plays. 2 balls and 1 strike to Torpa. And that one misses a touch low. 3-1 the count to Trevor, playing left field today. Where's number 11, right-hand hitter. Tacalo fires a 3-1, swung late on it on the fastball and fouls it first base side off the hands. 3-2 the count from Trevor Torpa. Righty on righty matchup here. Dale Tacalo facing Trevor Torpa. 3-2 pitch, hit up the middle. Ground ball gets through the infield for a base hit. And Trevor Torpa is 2 for 3 on the day. He stands on first with 1 out. And that brings up the 9-hole hitter, Tanner Jocks, with a 2 RBI single in his most recent at-bat. He's 1 for 2 on the ball game. Bases were loaded. He scored both Cody Darcy and Tafton Hensley back in that 3rd inning. First pitch to Jocks. He swings on it, right center field. It will be caught by the right fielder, Bailey. A diving play and makes the grab. What a play by Jace Bailey to leap out full bore and make the snag, and rolled over with the ball held aloft and makes the out. If that ball had gotten behind him, I think Torpa could have scored from first if that ball had gotten away from him, but he makes the grab in right field, 2 away. And Tanner Jocks is robbed on the hit to right field. Back to the top of the order, Caden Connor, the batter for the Raptors. The breaking ball way outside. Looked like it came out of his hand wrong. Tacalo is the pitcher, helped out from some good play out in right field. Tacalo, a 6'3" right-hander from Lewis Clark State College. We'll go at least 2 innings here, trying to close out the 5th inning and keep it a 6-3 ball game. Runner is going, and on the pitch outside, Torpa steals second. The throw is too late from Jacob Burley, a stolen base by Trevor Torpa. That is the first stolen base of the season for Ridgefield. And a runner in scoring position here in the bottom of the 5th inning. 1 ball and 1 strike for Caden Connor, who is 2 for 3 on the day. A single, a double, a strikeout. Has scored 1 run. It was the first run of the season for Ridgefield. The 1-1 pitch coming, but Tacalo steps off the rubber. Good jump from Trevor Torpa, sliding in head first, and the throw too late. Torpa takes a medium lead at second. Nobody holding him on, although the shortstop not too far away in Matthew Schwartz. Tacalo fires the 1-1, outside ball 2. To the left-hand hitting Caden Connor, playing right field. The sun has finally set, the entire field in the shadows now, but the temperature is still in the mid-70s and will drop no further than probably 71, 72 by the end of this game, although at the rate we're going, I mean, we may play till 10 or 11 o'clock. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Breaking ball hit off the glove of Tacalo. The second baseman fields, and goes off the glove of the first baseman. A run will score. Trevor Torpa comes around. The throw trying to be picked by the first baseman, Arboleda. It got away from him. It would have been in time, but Arboleda could not hold on to it. Torpa scores, and Caden Connor is safe at first base. It went off the glove of the pitcher, Takalo, went to the second baseman, Mulcair, threw to first to Arboleda, and couldn't get him. And so Ridgefield gets his 7th hit of the ball game, brings up John Peck, the 2-hole hitter and second baseman. Connor registers the single on the play. They give him a base hit and an RBI. Unless they call an error on the advancement, because Torpa was on second to start that play. Takalo fires the breaking ball outside. It's 2-0 to John Peck, who had an 8-pitch walk in the first inning, a fly out to right field in the second, and a fly out to center field in the third, and finally did not hit in the fourth inning. First inning he had not gotten in that bat. 2-0 pitch with 2 outs, hit off the hands, might be playable for Arboleda, and it gets just out of his grasp into foul territory, out of play. 2 balls and 1 strike. 2 outs, runner on first. Ridgefield leading 7-3 now, after Trevor Torpa came around to score from second base. You think they have not put an error on the board, but for him to score from second, you'd think they would have to give an error either on the throw or on the first baseman. Either way, it's a 7-3 lead for Ridgefield. 2-1 the count. The runner is going. John Peck does not swing, and the throw in time to get Caden Connor at second base, and the inning ends on a stolen base attempt. Good throw from Jacob Burley to get him stealing, and John Peck will be the leadoff hitter in the 6th inning when we come back. Ridgefield puts 1 on the board. It's a 7-3 lead for the Raptors. Top of the 6th inning upcoming when we return.
The Ridgefield Raptors are thrilled to reunite with fans and enjoy summer baseball again. Join us for America's favorite pastime. The Raptors are following state guidelines for spectator events and ask for your patience as we prepare for exciting West Coast League play. Please be courteous to our staff, fans, and players as we celebrate the return of your Ridgefield Raptors this summer. Let's make it a great season at the Rourke. Get your tickets now at ridgefieldraptors.com. Go Raptors!
This is WSU Vancouver, Southwest Washington's only 4-year research university. Whether in person or via distance delivery, WSU Vancouver offers high-quality education and an employer-respected degree. You'll get a small school feel in the kind of place where you know you matter. Here, you'll get personalized education that brings out the best in you and inspires you to achieve your highest goals. Now what are you waiting for? Apply today.
Well, it's a 7-3 lead for the Ridgefield Raptors. Good season opener so far against the Southern Washington rivals Cowlitz Black Bears, an exhibition matchup here in this beautiful Wednesday night. Not a cloud in the sky. And Ridgefield posting 7 runs so far. New pitcher for the Raptors here in the top of the 6th. It is Andrew Troutman, a 6'3", 205-pound right-hander out of Clark College. He will face, it should be Josh Schleichart, the scheduled hitter. I believe they have a pinch hitter here in the lineup for Cowlitz. And so it's fisted down the first baseline. Will Chambers fields, throws to Troutman, and steps on the bag to retire. Brock Bozette is the player who stepped in, a pinch hitter for Cowlitz, and grounds out to first base. 3-1 on the play. So 1 away here in the top of the 6th inning. Andrew Troutman gets the first out, gets on the first plate appearance for the right-hander. Comes from Fairbanks, Alaska. Coming down to Ridgefield for the West Coast League season of 2021. Troutman, the right-hander, sidearm pitcher, fires strike 1 to Johnny Radomski, who is 1 for 2 on the day. I like the delivery from Andrew Troutman, who has kind of hunches over on the windup, and then a real sidearm delivery that's almost perfectly parallel to the turf. Second offering is a ball 1-1 the count with one away, nobody on base. Ridgefield leading 7-3 in the top of the sixth. The 1-1 pitch is cued down the first baseline, foul from Radomski. The left fielder who had a single towards center field in the second inning. Cowlitz did not score that inning, and he grounded out to second base in the fourth. The 1-2 pitch is hit up high towards right center field. Caden Connor, the right fielder, sprints over, got a good break on it, and makes the catch in right center field. Could have gotten down for a double, but Caden Connor sprints over to make a nice play. And 2 away in the inning. Henry Mensch, the batter. Mensch has been in an almost identical situation already in this game. Back in the fourth inning, where the first 2 batters were retired, and then he came up to the plate. Trotman's first pitch is a ball inside. And Henry Mensch, if he had gotten out, would have been the first 1-2-3 inning for either team in the ball game. The 1-0 pitch checked his swing, looked like perhaps a strike, did not go around, and it was a ball. So 2-0 the count to Henry Mensch. He singled to break up the potential 1-2-3 inning, and neither team has had a 1-2-3 inning since then. So he's again in that situation. 2 outs, nobody on, swings at the 2-0 and fouls it off out of play. 2-1 the count from Andrew Trotman. Cowlitz scoring 1 run in the first, third, and fifth innings. They have 3 runs. Ridgefield with 7. Trotman sidearms the 2-1, and it gets away from end body. It's a ball, 3-1 the count. Ridgefield scoring 2 in the first, 4 in the third, 1 in the sixth, and they lead 7-3. Or 1 in the fifth, I should say. We're in the top of the sixth inning. Trotman's 3-1 pitch curves in the zone. 3-1 the count from Andrew Trotman. The 6'3" right-hander with the payoff pitch. Trying to catch the inner corner, and he got him looking to strike out Henry Mensch, and we do have our first 1-2-3 inning of the ball game. It's recorded by Andrew Trotman. That ends the top of the sixth. Ridgefield still leads 7-3. The Raptors coming up to the plate after this.
Oh, I love family road trips. Wind in my ears, treats in my mouth, and peace of mind knowing Les Schwab did our tires, brakes, and alignment. Like Les Schwab, my family's safety is my first priority. Well, that and squeaky toys.
Les Schwab Tires, proud to be ranked #1 in overall customer satisfaction for aftermarket tire replacement by J.D. Power 2 years in a row. For J.D. Power 2021 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards.
At Clark Public Utilities, we know you depend on electricity every day. And even though our offices remain closed, we're available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, by phone, online, and email. The past year has brought changes to many in our community, with lost jobs or reduced working hours, disrupted childcare, and the challenge of teaching the kids. If you've been financially impacted by the pandemic and can't pay your utility bill, call us or send an email right away. Eligibility for payment assistance has been expanded, so more households may qualify. Through it all, we're always here to provide you with safe and reliable service, and we're ready to help. Clark Public Utilities, ranked highest in customer satisfaction among residential midsize utilities in the West by J.D. Power, 13 years in a row. For J.D. Power 2020 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Clark Public Utilities, we're always here.
John Peck digs in here to lead off the bottom of the sixth inning for Ridgefield, already sporting a 7-3 lead. New pitcher for the Cowlitz Black Bears, a right-hander in Jake Dent. And the right-hander fires to John Peck and fouls it down the third baseline. Bottom of the sixth inning, Ridgefield leading 7-3. Jake Dent, the new pitcher, 6'4", 235-pounder for the Black Bears, comes from Sonoma State D2 program. He comes from Pinole, California. The 0-1 pitch down and away, ball 1 to John Peck, who has a walk and a couple of flyouts. He actually came up to bat last inning, but then when Caden Connor was thrown out stealing, the inning ended, so he comes back to the plate with a fresh 0-0 count. Now it's a 1-1 count, and the next pitch just misses ball 2. John Peck playing second base today. Peck, the infielder from Pepperdine. 2 players from the state of California facing off. 2-1 pitch, swung on and missed. Strike 2 from Jake Dent. Dent, who transferred from Contra Costa College. His program in Sonoma State did not play this year. He had a 5.74 ERA last season. Here's the 2-2 pitch from Jake Dent, down and away, ball 3. Full count for John Peck with the bases empty, leading off the bottom of the 6th inning. Ridgefield having scored every other inning so far this game, which means they're on tap to score here because we're in the 7th. They scored 2 innings ago. Payoff pitch. Dent, an off speed, just misses the plate. Ball 4, and Ridgefield has drawn its 7th walk of the ball game. Peck to first base. Ridgefield drew 2 walks in the first, 4 walks in the 3rd inning alone, but they had not walked since then. And it was the first 4 batters of that 3rd inning. Walked home a run, then a couple singles for a 4-run 3rd inning. Ridgefield and Cowlitz have scored in the same inning every time. And when they haven't scored, the other team also hasn't scored. That's been the ball game so far. Jake Dent, first pitch to Will Chambers, down low, ball 1. Runner on first, no outs. Bottom of the 6th inning. Chambers been waiting for him to put a ball in play. He's got a big bat, but has struck out once and walked twice. Came around to score one of those times. That's a 1-0 count on Jake Dent. Breaking ball stays up high, ball 2 to Will Chambers. Hitters count for Will, who is playing first base and standing 6'3", coming out of College of the Canyons, West Ranch High School. 2-0 pitch with a runner on first. Pickoff attempt not in time to get the runner at first, John Peck. Ridgefield having stranded a lot of runners today. Of the Cowlitz Black Bears, 6 runners left on base for Cowlitz. That's helping them maintain a 7-3 lead. Runner goes. Peck's trying to steal second. The throw goes into center field. Petz holds at second for his first stolen base of the day. Second stolen base for the team. And a runner in scoring position with no outs. Bottom of the 6th inning, 4-run lead for Ridgefield. Cowlitz has recorded 8 hits. Ridgefield just 7. I say just in relative fashion, but 7 hits is pretty good through 5 innings plus, and they've made the most of them, plating 7 Raptors already. Runner in scoring position, here's the 2-1. Chambers does not swing, down low, ball 3. 3-1 the count to Will. With John Peck standing at second base, Jake Dent behind Will Chambers, with first base being open, but with no outs. That might come back to bite you if you walk him here. So we'll try to locate on the 3-1. Short leadoff from second base, fires, and it is fouled at the plate. Goes into fair territory, must have hit the foot of Will Chambers for a foul ball. To be a 3-2 count, just like the last at-bat when John Peck worked a full count and walked. Now Will Chambers with a payoff pitch upcoming from Jake Dent. Chambers has hit from both sides of the plate today. He started in the left-hand hitting box, went to the right side, now back to the left. Jake Dent payoff pitch, hit down the first baseline, a fair ball. It's fielded by the first baseman Arboleda. Steps on the bag for the first out of the inning. The runner does advance to third in John Peck. So a productive out for Will Chambers. Brings up Dominic Enbody already with an RBI on the day. Second-year Raptor player. First RBI of the season for Ridgefield. A single in the first inning to score. Caden Connor walked on 4 pitches in the third and scored that inning. The infield plays in now for Cowlitz, playing on the cut, all 4 of them, with 1 out and a runner on third. Righty on lefty here. Jake Dent, the right-hand thrower. A ground ball to second base. Runner on third holds, and Mulcair looks him back, throws, and It works out perfectly for Cowlitz to get a ground ball out on Dominic Enbody, who's retired for 3 on the play. Runner holds at third, and now there are 2 outs. Infield retreats back to their normal positioning with 2 away. Tafton Hensley, the batter. He had a sac fly in the first inning, but no such opportunity here with 2 outs in the 6th. Ridgefield leading 7-3. Jake Dent checks the runner, throws, and finds the strike zone to Tafton Hensley, the center fielder. After that sac fly in the first, he next came up to bat in the third, drew a 6-pitch walk, came up to bat the next inning and struck out. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball up high, ball 1. John Peck, who walked, stole second, advanced to third on a ground ball. Ridgefield needs to score here to keep up the trend of scoring every other inning. Scored in the first, third, fifth, and trying to keep that going. Laced into left field. This will be an RBI base hit for Tafton Hensley, and that scores John Peck easily from third. An RBI single for Hensley, and the Ridgefield Raptors lead 8-3 on their 8th base hit of the ball game. Hensley the RBI, John Peck scores, brings up Cody Darcy to the plate. Both teams now with 8 base hits on the game. It's been the walks that has been the main difference for this ball club. 2 outs here with a big cut from Cody Darcy. Misses it on the first pitch from Dent. First inning of work for Jake Dent. And he hasn't been roughed up that much. It was just a walk to lead off the inning, but stolen base, ground ball to advance him, and a single to score him. Small ball at its finest. The 0-1 pitch in there for a strike as well. 0-2 the count to Cody Darcy, who was 0 for 1 with a couple of walks, an RBI walk in the third, and a walk in the first. Runner on first, 2 away. The 0-2 pitch to Cody Darcy. Doesn't swing, the runner goes, it's a ball, and he is thrown out at second to end the inning. Second straight inning that Cowlitz has thrown out an attempting base stealer at second base. So Cody Darcy will come back to the plate in the 7th inning when we return. Ridgefield does put up a run on the board. It's an 8-3 ball game. Cowlitz to the plate in the top of the 7th after this.
The win-win value lineup from Buffalo Wild Wings has bundles of wings and fries so you can get more for less. With individual size bundles starting at just $9.99 and the 40-wing family XL bundle for only $39.99. It doesn't take a degree in chicken economics to know a good deal when it's pecking you in the face. Order wing bundles for takeout or delivery, part of the win-win value lineup at B-Dubs. At participating locations for a limited time only for takeout or delivery through Buffalo Wild Wings app and website. Delivery subject to availability. Fees may apply. Taxes extra.
The Ridgefield Raptors are thrilled to reunite with fans and enjoy summer baseball again. Join us for America's favorite pastime. The Raptors are following state guidelines for spectator events and ask for your patience as we prepare for exciting West Coast League play. Please be courteous to our staff, fans, and players as we celebrate the return of your Ridgefield Raptors this summer. Let's make it a great season at the Rourke. Get your tickets now at ridgefieldraptors.com. Go Raptors!
Dick Hanna Dealerships is proud to welcome everyone back to support our Ridgefield Raptors. Just in time for warm summer nights with family and friends, lounging on the lawn, or eating dogs in the stands. Feels good to be back. In business for over 70 years, Dick Hanna Dealerships is a local, family-owned business with locations in Vancouver, Kelso, and Portland. Choose from thousands of cars and 12 new car brands. Experience nice in the car business. Dick Hanna Dealerships. Believe in nice. Now play ball.
First pitch from Andrew Trotman here in the 7th inning. Grounded to short. Tanner Jocks makes the play on a couple hops and throws to first for the out to retire leadoff hitter Matthew Schwartz. And we are underway in the top of the 7th inning with Ridgefield leading 8-3 in this ball game against the visiting Cowlitz Black Bears. Thanks for joining us for Ridgefield baseball. 2-hole hitter Sean Mulcair with a home run earlier today steps to the plate. 1 out, no runners on. Ridgefield putting up 1 run last inning to extend the lead to 5. Andrew Trotman back for his 2nd inning of work for Ridgefield. Worked a 1-2-3 inning in that 6th. First time that either team has gone down in order. And Trotman retires the leadoff hitter of the 7th inning. It's also the leadoff hitter of the lineup. The 1-0 pitch gets away from end body to the backstop. 2-0 the count from Andrew Trotman. Sean Mulcair, the hitter, is 2 for 3 on the day. Had an RBI fielder's choice. The 3-0 misses for ball 4, a 4-pitch walk, and the first base runner that Andrew Trotman has allowed today. So Mulcair to first, and didn't want to give him anything to hit. He just missiled a ball to deep right field for a home run back in the 5th. He also had a single and a 2 RBI day for Mulcair. He stands at first. Jacob Burley, the batter, first pitch swinging and fouls it out of play on the first base side. From Andrew Trotman, the sidearm throwing right-hander for Ridgefield. Plays for Clark College. 6'3", native of Fairbanks, Alaska. 0-1 the count to Jacob Burley. Trotman throws one and is lofted high in the air. Shallow center field. Coming in is Hensley. Makes the grab about 10 yards in from his original spot. 2 away in the 7th inning. Fly out for the second out. Kerry Arboleda, the batter, has reached base 2 out of 3 times today. A walk and a single and a ground out are his 3 plate appearances. Runner on first, 2 outs. Top of the 7th inning, a 5-run advantage for Ridgefield. Next batter, Arboleda. Low and away in the first offering from Trotman. Andrew, who has yet to allow a hit today, only pitcher for either team who holds that status. He's the 4th pitcher of the day for Ridgefield, which has used Ryan Pitts, Ben Larson, and Jacob Freed as well. 1-0 pitch from Trotman. Outside, ball 2. Dominic Enbody wanted to try to back pick the runner at first, Mulcair, but couldn't transfer the ball cleanly out of his glove. And now Andrew Trotman doesn't like the ball once he receives it, throws it back to Enbody to request a new one. 2-0 the count. Ridgefield having scored 2 in the first, 4 in the 3rd, and a couple runs, 1 apiece in the 5th and 6th to take the 8-3 lead over Cowlitz. Top of the 7th. The 2-0 pitch hit into the dirt. It is grabbed in foul territory by Cody Darcy. Throws to first, but it is ruled a foul ball. Darcy started to trot towards the dugout as if the inning was over, which it would have been had that been a fair ball. But correctly ruled foul, and the at-bat continues with Arboleda returning to the batter's box. 2-1 the count, 2 outs, runner on first. Cowlitz at the plate in the top of the 7th inning. Trotman comes back to the plate, 2-1, swung on and missed. Go from a 2-0 count to now a 2-2 count on Kerry Arboleda, the first baseman who comes from UC Santa Barbara, 240-pounder, trying to get a hold of one here. 2-2 pitch from Trotman is fouled backwards into the screen. Stays alive for a 6th pitch of the at-bat for Arboleda. Andrew Trotman has only allowed 1 base runner. It was the walk moments ago to Sean Mulcair, but he's retired the other 5 batters he's faced. Trying to end the 7th here. 2 outs. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Off speed, got him swinging, and Andrew Trotman works 2 innings of hitless baseball here for the Raptors, and we are through 6.5 innings. It is time to stretch here at the Rourke. Bottom of the 7th coming up. Ridgefield 8, Cowlitz 3. You're listening to Ridgefield Raptors Baseball.
The win-win value lineup from Buffalo Wild Wings gets you more for less. With buy one, get one free boneless wings every Thursday. It's like finding extra fries at the bottom of your bag, but they're boneless wings, and there's twice as many of them. What is this sorcery? It's Boneless Thursdays at B-Dubs, available for dine-in, takeout, and delivery.
BOGO of equal value at participating locations. Not valid with other offers. Size exclusions apply while supplies last. Limit 1. Delivery and takeout limited time. Delivery offer valid on Buffalo Wild Wings website and app subject to availability. Fees may apply, plus taxes.
C-Tran is your public transit system offering service in Clark County and beyond. Catch local service in Clark County, regional and express service to Portland, and connector service within the city limits of Camas, LaCenter, and Ridgefield. And if you don't have cash, no problem. C-Tran now accepts digital payments with Hop FastPass. So hit a home run and leave the driving to us. Visit c-tran.com for more information. C-Tran, our community, our promise.
Found a giant spider in my bed.
Stepped outside and a hornet stung my head.
Got ants around my sink.
And I am starting to think the experts that I know are gonna make me pest-free.
Natura Pest Control, killing your bugs and rodents, baby. Natura Pest Control. Call today, get a quote for free.
Bottom of the 7th inning here at the Ridgefield Outdoor Recreation Complex. First 7th inning stretch we've had in 661 days. First Ridgefield baseball game in that long as well. Thanks so much for joining us here for another fun season of Ridgefield Raptors baseball at the Rourke. Bottom of the 7th inning, new pitcher for Cowlitz as Ridgefield holds an 8-3 lead. Cody Darcy to the plate for Ridgefield. The new pitcher for the Cowlitz Black Bears is Michael Benz, a right-hander out of the University of San Francisco. So he comes in with a 5-run deficit to Ridgefield. Darcy at the plate. Benz a quick wind-up and fires the 0-1 pitch, is sliced foul. 0-2 the count to Cody Darcy, who came up the plate last inning. And a stolen base attempt from Tafton Hensley thrown out at second into the inning. So Darcy back to the plate now in an 0-2 hole. To Michael Benz here in the bottom of the 7th. Fires, and it is again fouled out of play on the first base side. Cody Darcy, who walked in the first inning, walked in the third inning, flew out in the fourth, and then spent 2 straight innings without an at-bat. Here in the bottom of the 7th with his team up 8-3. The 0-2 pitch from Benz. Curveball is a strike 3 looking for Cody Darcy, 1 away in the bottom of the 7th inning. 5th pitcher of the ball game for Cowlitz. They have worked it around. Try not to use any one pitcher too much before Friday's West Coast League opener. Both teams getting a day off tomorrow and then playing host to 2 different West Coast League teams on Friday. Next batter is Jack Thompson, the left-hander who is 0-2 with a walk. Thompson has 1 out, nobody on, a 1-0 count from Michael Benz. Bottom of the 7th inning. Benz hurls the 1-0 pitch, is a strike, 1-1 to the Lewis and Clark Pioneer, Jack Thompson. Infield playing towards the corners. Big hole up the middle for Thompson. 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball, backdoor slider in there for a strike. 1-2 the count to Jack Thompson. 5th pitcher with Mark Wanarovich, the starter, the opener, if you will, for Cowlitz, going 2 innings. Benz down and in on the 1-2 pitch. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Jack Thompson. Jacob Trupp faced 4 batters in the 3rd inning, followed by Dale Tacalo. Win a couple innings. Jake Dent, 1 inning for him. And now it's Michael Benz in the bottom of the 7th. 2-2 pitch. Thompson gets a hold of it, grounded it back to the pitcher. And a good play by Michael Benz to snag it up by his dome and throws easily to first to retire Jack Thompson 2 away. Ridgefield has not been retired in order this ball game, due in part to Trevor Torpa, who is 2 for 3 on the day. He steps in for the Raptors, an RBI base hit in the 3rd with the bases loaded, and a single in the 5th. He later scored. First pitch to Torpa, misses it. 0-1 the count to Trevor. Had a stolen base in the 5th inning as well, to be the first base stealer of the season for the Raptors. 0-1 the count to Benz. Goes down low, ball one from the right-hander. From Corte Madera, California, Redwood High School, College of Marin, transferred to University of San Francisco. The right-hander has a 1-1 count to Torpa, slices one to right field, tailing towards the right field line. It lands foul by a couple of yards, and it'll be a 1-2 count for Trevor Torpa. Could have had extra bases if that one was just a touch to the left. Down the right field line, good idea from Torpa to send that one opposite way. Right-handed hitter playing left field today, 2 for 3 in the ball game, as Ridgefield leads 8-3 here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Michael Benz comes back 2-2, fouled out of play towards the adjoining baseball field at the 55-acre Ridgefield Outdoor Recreation Complex. Hope to see you here at a couple of games this season. Great atmosphere here for the Raptors all year long. 1-2 pitch inside on the slider. 2-2 the count. 2 outs, nobody on base. 8-3 lead for Ridgefield. Another reason to come to the ballpark is fan food. New this year, it's an enhanced concessions experience where you can order concessions from your phone and they'll text you when it's ready. 2-2 pitch from Michael Benz. Off speed, got him swinging to end the inning. And a 1-2-3 frame for Michael Benz. Gets the 6, 7, and 8 hole hitters in order. And we are on to the 8th inning between the Black Bears and the host Ridgefield Raptors. Ridgefield leads 8-3. Couple innings left of baseball here in Southern Washington. Thanks for joining us for more Ridgefield Raptors baseball.
Can't remember the last time you had a tall, ice-cold draft beer? Jog your memory at Buffalo Wild Wings for just $3. Stop by B-Dubs now and get Bud Light poured into a tall 22-ounce glass, all for just $3. Remind your mouth what it's been missing. Buffalo Wild Wings. Roar!
Available at participating locations for a limited time. Dine-in only. Prices may vary. Please drink responsibly. Availability of dine-in varies by location.
Join the Ridgefield Raptors for warm sunshine, great food, and exciting top-level college baseball at the Rourke. Bring your family, friends, neighbors, and coworkers for a relaxing night outdoors this season. Your group can welcome us on the Les Schwab left field platform, the Lenner Homes and Dick Hanna Grass Berms, or the First Centennial and Wellhaven Pet Health picnic areas. There's nothing like a Ridgefield Raptors summer baseball game. Get your tickets now at ridgefieldraptors.com. Go Raptors!
Through 7 innings of play here at the Ridgefield Outdoor Recreation Complex for the visiting Cowlitz Black Bears, 3 runs on 8 hits, no errors. For the Raptors, 8 runs on 8 hits, no errors. And Ridgefield is on to its 5th pitcher of the ball game after Ryan Pitts, Ben Larson, Jacob Freed, and Andrew Trotman each offer an inning or 2. Jet Lotus now comes in to throw and gets a first pitch swing and a miss on the leadoff hitter for the Cowlitz Black Bears. I believe this is a pinch hitter for Cowlitz. It's lined right back up the middle off of the pitcher Lotus into shallow center field for a base hit for Cowlitz. That is a base hit for the Raptors. Don't have number 19 on the roster, so whoever that may be got a base hit off of Jet Lotus, who comes in to throw. It was in the lineup spot of Toriano Swede. Jace Bailey, the next hitter for Cowlitz. Runner on first, no outs. Ridgefield leading 8-3. First pitch is a ball from Lotus. The 1-0 pitch fouled into the netting. 1-1 the count to Jace Bailey, who is 0 for 3 on the ball game to all 3 levels. A strikeout, a ground out, a fly out. A short leadoff at first base. Now going back, Jet Lotus stepping off the mound. That ball deflected off of him on the infield base hit. I believe the hitter was Kelly Austin, in fact. He was listed as a pitcher, but he wears 19 for Cowlitz. And so Kelly Austin, the base hit, and standing at first. The 1-1 pitch outside, ball 2-1. The count from Jet Lotus, the Oklahoma Sooner, in the pitch for the Raptors. 2-1 pitch is fouled almost in the exact same spot in the netting behind home plate. 2 balls and 2 strikes. With no outs, runner on first, a 5-run lead for Ridgefield. Lotus, a 5'10" right-hander, checking in at 161 pounds, a sophomore for head coach Skip Johnson for Oklahoma. He comes from Yukon, Oklahoma. 2-2 pitch, hit hard to right field. This one's going to carry and carry and carry over the fence and gone. A home run for Jace Bailey. 2-run shot for the Black Bears, and the lead is slimmed to 3. Both home runs on the ball game for the Black Bears, both to right field. 2-run home run this time for Jace Bailey to score him and Kelly Austin. And it's an 8-5 ball game. First 2 batters recording hits. Cowlitz now with 10 base hits in the ball game. Lotus coming back to work quickly on the next hitter, Josh Schleichardt's spot in the lineup. It's Bozette, the hitter, who is now in his second plate appearance of the ball game. The 1-0 pitch also inside. Lotus seems to be working quicker after that home run. You can tell he wants to make up for it and say, I can get the next guy. Believe me, coach, I got this. 2 hard-thrown pitches, but both just inside from Lotus. The 2-0 pitch, off-speed down the middle. Good-looking pitch from Lotus. Brock Bozette, the infielder, 6'1", 175 from Spokane Falls College. 2-1 pitch from Lotus, way inside and hit him for the first hit by pitch for either team today. And Bozette down to first. Breaking ball that just stayed way inside. Chris Cota comes out of the dugout to talk to his young pitcher. Comes in after a couple great innings of work by Andrew Trotman. For the most part, Ridgefield limiting their pitchers to 2 innings of work, which Ryan Pitts, Jacob Freed, and Andrew Trotman all did. Ben Larson gave 1 inning of work. So perhaps Jet Lotus intending to pitch the final 2 innings of the game. The only other pitcher on the roster is Nick Nygaard, who's available today. Not that many arms available in the early part of the season when players still finishing up their college season. So Ridgefield hoping Lotus and Nygaard can finish it out. Nygaard, the pitcher from University of Portland. So Chris Cota goes back to the dugout after chatting with Jet Lotus. Has a runner on first, no outs. First pitch is a ball to Johnny Radomski. The left fielder has a 1-0 count from Lotus, who has allowed the first 3 batters to reach. It's the first time this whole ball game that Cowlitz has scored multiple runs in an inning. The 1-0 pitch fouled out of play. The Black Bears have scored 1 run in the first, third, and fifth innings. They now put a crooked number on the board for the first time. They still trail by 3. It's Ridgefield 8 and the Black Bears 5. But the Black Bears have more hits today. Lotus, the 1-1 pitch, good-looking fastball. Checked his swing, didn't know it was coming. Lower part of the zone. It's a strike, 1 ball and 2 strikes on Radomski. 1 for 3 in the ball game. A single, a ground out, a fly out. Runner on first, no outs. Lotus checks the runner. Fires a fastball down low, ball 2. Infield playing in double play depth. No outs in the inning. Here's the 2-2 from Lotus. Got him swinging. And the first out of the inning, a big one for Jet Lotus. Working that fastball to get Radomski. That is the 7th strikeout that Ridgefield pitchers have recorded today. Henry Mensch, the next batter for the Cowlitz Black Bears, with a couple of singles under his belt today. Was one of those 6 strikeout victims, struck out looking in his most recent at-bat. First pitch goes back to the screen. Looked like it went off the handle. Mensch kind of did a little quarter swing that bounced the ball backwards foul and went off the hands. So strike 1 from Jet Lotus. Infield remaining in double play depth. Third baseman Cody Darcy playing towards the line, so a giant hole between short and third base. The 0-1 pitch down in the dirt, blocked by N-Body to keep the runner at first. It's Brock Bozette standing at first base, the runner with 1 out, a 1-1 count. Top of the 8th inning. Jet Lotus uncorks the 1-1 pitch for a called strike. 1-2 the count from Jet Lotus. Outfield playing fairly deep to Henry Minch, the 9-hole hitter with 2 singles. Designated hitter. The 1-2 pitch swung on to third base. One hopping it is Cody Darcy. He throws to first, pulls the first baseman off the bag. Chambers stops it, but could not keep his foot on first base. And so both runners are safe. It was a tough play for Darcy to even one-hop the ball. It was a high hop, and then he trapped it near the third base bag and threw wide of first. It's the first error of the ball game for either team. E5 on the play, Mensch aboard at first, Bozette to second, 2 runners aboard, and the tying run at the plate in the form of Matthew Schwartz, the leadoff hitter. With 1 out, runners in first and second, first pitch in the dirt. Schwartz has a ground ball double play, strikeout looking, and a ground out to short. 1 for 4 on the ball game. First player for either team to come up for his 5th plate appearance. We're in the top of the 8th. Lotus hurls one. The 1-2 pitch is into the outfield. A base hit to right field. Connor comes up firing. It'll score 1 run. An RBI single for Matthew Schwartz. That scores Brock Bozette a 3-run inning here in the 8th. And still only 1 out and runners on the corners. RBI single through the right side of the infield. Going from first to third on the play is Mensch, who got aboard moments ago on the error. Brock Bozette scores on the play. It's a 2-run ball game. 8-6 the score. Lotus is now facing Sean Mulcair, who has a home run earlier today. 2 RBIs between that home run and the fielder's choice he had in the first inning. He also has a single and a walk. Lotus's 1-0 pitch. Outside, ball 2. Runners on the corners, 1 out. Ridgefield 8, Cowlitz 6 is the score. A 3-run 8th inning to cut into the lead. 2-0 pitch. Down low. Ball 3 from Jet Lotus. Next as pinch hitter now for Cowlitz, it's Matty Fung, who's been playing for Boise State before the program got disbanded. Here's a 3-0 pitch, in for a strike. Matty Fung, the left-handed hitter, getting his first at-bat of the West Coast League season. 3-1 count, runners on the corners with 1 out. Lotus curveball outside, ball 4. Bases are loaded for the Cowlitz Black Bears, the tying run at second. Matthew Schwartz advances to scoring position. Henry Mensch remains at third. Matty Fung, the walk to get to first base. Jacob Burley, the batter. First time that Cowlitz has had the bases loaded today. Go-ahead run at first base. Top of the 8th inning. Lotus in some trouble. First pitch is outside to Jacob Burley, the catcher. Has an RBI single, a walk, a ground out, and a fly out. Bases juiced, 1-0 pitch. Lotus steps off the rubber. Some activity in the Ridgefield bullpen. Out in left field. 1 out, bases loaded. 1-0 pitch from Jet Lotus. Looks back at second and throws. It is a strike down the middle. 1-1 the count. Infield and double play depth. Hoping to end the inning on a ground ball. Strikeout wouldn't hurt either. A 1-1 count to Jacob Burley. 1 out. Here's the pitch. Checked his swing. It's outside. Ball 2. After Jacob Burley is the cleanup hitter, Kerry Arboleda. 1 for 3 on the day. But Ridgefield hoping he can't come up with a double play if they can get something of that sort, but just any out would be good. Bases loaded. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Just misses. 3-1. First chance for the fans to get into it. Waited a year and a half, almost 2 years for a chance to yell at the umpires. Why not do it? 3-1 pitch in the dirt, ball 4, and a run comes home Jacob Burley, an RBI walk, and it's a one-run ball game. Henry Mensch comes down the line to score. Bases remain loaded. Matty Fung to second. Jacob Burley to first. Matthew Schwartz advances to third. Tying run stands at third base. Bases loaded, still only one out here in the top of the 8th inning. Kerry Arboleda to the plate. He's the 9th batter of the inning to step up. Still in double play depth. First pitch down the middle. Strike from Jet Lotus. His first inning of work started out with a single to Kelly Austin that glanced off his body, and that was the first play of the inning, first play for him of the season. 0-1 pitch, swung on and missed. Out ahead of it was Arboleda. 0-2 the count. After that single was a home run and kept going from there. 0-2 the count with the bases loaded, one out. Lotus kicks and fires off speed, and he got a piece of it, fouled it, and stays alive as Kerry Arboleda just barely got a nick on that ball into the body of Dominic Enbody. Takes a moment to recollect himself, and Dave Ratcliffe goes out to chat with Jet Lotus, mostly just to give Enbody a chance to recover. Dominic Enbody, the catcher for Ridgefield, trying to work with his young pitcher, Jet Lotus. Bases loaded, no balls and 2 strikes, 1 out. 4 runs already coming in this inning. A 1-run ball game. Here's the 0-2 pitch upcoming from Jet Lotus. Fastball spoiled down the first baseline. Swung way late on it. Kerry Arboleda saw it, knew it was going to be a strike, and just reached out and threw the hands at it and managed to knock it down the first base side for a foul ball. 5th pitch of the at-bat upcoming. Matthew Schwartz at third. Matty Fung standing at second. Jacob Burley, the runner, at first. Here's the 0-2 pitch yet again. Off speed, again foul, this time backwards onto the netting behind home plate. Kelly Austin in the on-deck circle, who started this inning with a single. 0-2 remains the count. 3 straight foul balls. Jet Lotus trying to get through Kerry Arboleda with 1 out, bases loaded. Here's the 0-2. Fastball again spoiled by Kerry Arboleda. Fouled backwards into the pole behind home plate. 4th straight foul off the bat of Kerry Arboleda. Right-handed hitter who has not figured out Jet Lotus, but he has not been stymied by Jet Lotus. A good battle with the bases loaded in a 1-run ball game. Matty Fung representing the go-ahead run at second base. 1 out. 0-2 pitch yet again. It is swung on and fouled yet again. 5th straight time. It's out of play behind home plate. Most of the time Arbeleda's fouled it has been towards the right side. He's a bit late on these fastballs from Jet Lotus, but he's not completely fooled. And when Lotus is throwing a breaking ball, that's also fooled him, but he has continued to stay alive. 0-2 the count yet again. 1 out, bases loaded. Lotus steps off the rubber and looks back at Matty Fung at second base, not being held on. The infield still in double play depth. Big holes between first and second and third. 1 out, bases juiced. Ridgefield up by 1. Here's the 0-2. Swung on, hit fair territory to second base. Only 1 play, and he bobbled it, and he now throws to first and gets him in time. And John Peck bobbled the ball and made the throw. The run scores to tie the ball game. It's 8-8. The second out of the inning is recorded. Good play by John Peck to recover and throw him out. And Arboleda could not quite pick up speed and sprint to first in time, but an RBI ground out. We've batted around the order. Kelly Austin back to the plate, who led off this inning. Bases finally not loaded for Jet Lotus. Second and third now. Matty Fung at third, still representing the go-ahead run. Matthew Schwartz scored on that play. First pitch is a ball from Jet Lotus to Kelly Austin. 1-0 pitch. Outside, but swung on and missed. 1-1 the count. Chased the ball down and away. So 1-1 the count. Runners on second and third. 2 outs here in the 8th inning. Lotus fires. Breaking ball. Got him. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 1-2. If he can get out of this, not that giving up 5 runs is a good thing, but to keep it a tie score will be something to salvage and keep it playable here for Ridgefield. 8-8 is the score. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Lined into right center field. This is going to get down for a base hit and will score 2 runs. A 2 RBI base hit for Kelly Austin, who is 2 for 2 in the ball game and 2 for 2 in the inning. And Ridgefield has finally given up the lead that they have held since the 3rd inning. Cowlitz puts up a 7 spot here in the 8th inning. Kelly Austin leading it off and bringing it home, scoring both Jacob Burley and Matty Fung from second and third base respectively. First pitch is a strike to Jace Bailey, who had a home run earlier this inning. Jet Lotus another chance at him. Runner on first, 2 outs. The ball gets away from end body, and Kelly Austin sprints down to second, advancing on the play for what may be ruled a pass ball. End body had trouble locating it for a moment. It's down in the dirt, probably called a wild pitch. Runner on second, 2 outs, 1-1 the count for Jet Lotus, trying to get a hold of things and keep it a 2-run ball game. Ridgefield with 6 outs to work with the rest of this game. Lotus fires and swung on and missed by Jace Bailey. He is behind 1 ball and 2 strikes. Rocketed a home run to right field earlier this inning. He was 0 for 3 on the day before that. Carried all the way to the grassy berm out and right. Runner in scoring position, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Lotus, it's grounded to short, to Hopper, and he will not make the throw. Now throws to the plate, and the throw is in time to get Kelly Austin at home to end the inning. So Ridgefield gives up 7 runs in the 8th inning. Cowlitz overtakes the Raptors. It's still a 2-run ball game, though. Plenty of time to go in a baseball game that is already approaching 3 hours, and why not go a ways longer? Ridgefield back to the plate as we approach the bottom of the 8th. The Raptors trying to make a comeback against the Black Bears.
The win-win value lineup from Buffalo Wild Wings gets you more for less with buy one, get one free traditional wings every Tuesday. It's like diving for pearls and finding the lost city of Atlantis. And they've got BOGO free wings. Get yours for dine-in, takeout, or delivery on Wing Tuesdays at B-Dubs.
BOGO of equal value at participating locations. Not valid with other offers. Size exclusions apply while supplies last. Limit 1. Delivery and takeout limited time. Delivery offer valid on Buffalo Wild Wings website and app subject to availability. Fees may apply plus taxes.
A lot has changed in Clark County since C-Tran began service in 1981. We've changed with it. 30 bus routes, 2 bus rapid transit projects, and millions of rides later, C-Tran has grown into an award-winning transit system serving Clark County, including the city limits of Ridgefield. Please join C-Tran in celebrating an amazing 40 years serving you, our community, with activities happening in 2021. Look for details at c-tran.com, and thank you for 40 great years.
The Ridgefield Raptors are back, where the entire family can watch top-level college baseball players live at the Rourke. Now, kids 12 and under get in free with a paid adult for all Sunday afternoon Raptors games. Enjoy local Southwest Washington baseball with the whole family this summer. Sunday games are at 105 and are presented by Peace Health and the Columbian. Come cheer on your Ridgefield Raptors all season long. Get your tickets now at ridgefieldraptors.com. Go Raptors!
A 7-run inning for the Cowlitz Black Bears in the 8th inning to overtake the Ridgefield Raptors. The Raptors holding the lead for almost the entirety of this game. Cowlitz held a lead in the top of the first inning, gave it up in the bottom of the first, and Ridgefield had not trailed since then until now. The Raptors come to the plate in the bottom of the 8th, trailing 10-8, but still 2 innings to work with. A high-scoring game. A lot can change for either team. New pitcher for the Cowlitz Black Bears is James Bradwell. Bradwell, the 6'5", 230-pounder, right-hander from University of British Columbia. First pitch of the bottom of the 8th inning is a strike. He's facing the spot in the lineup that's occupied by Cody Darcy, although I believe this is a pinch hitter for Ridgefield. Second pitch, also a strike. No, it's Tanner Jocks is the next hitter, excuse me. And Jocks, the 0-2 count, and spoils it. Foul, 0-2 remains the count. Nobody on, leading off the bottom of the 8th. Ridgefield finally went 2 innings in a row without scoring. That was after, for the first time, they went 2 straight innings while scoring. Their best inning was the 3rd inning when they put up 4 runs. Trailing by 2, here's the 0-2 pitch. And fouled, 0-2. 0-2 pitch from James Bradwell up coming out of the windup. Kicks and outside on the 0-2. 1-2 the count from Bradwell. First inning of work for him follows up Michael Benz. Had a scoreless inning of work on that bottom of the 7th. That was very long ago. The 1-2 pitch down and away. Michael Benz came in. For the first time, the Raptors went down in order, and perhaps that was just the momentum the Black Bears bats needed, because after that 1-2-3 inning, they put up 7 runs. Up and in on the 2-2 pitch, gets away from Burley, the catcher. So full count upcoming for Tanner Jocks, who flew out in his last at-bat as a 2 RBI single as well. Payoff pitch, goes after a pitch up and at the letters and misses it swinging. And 4th straight Ridgefield Raptor retired by Cowlitz pitchers. Back to the top of the order, and Caden Connor, who's had a nice day. 3 base hits for him on the ball game. An RBI single, a double to left center, another single, and a strikeout. He has scored once. Now trying to spark something in the 8th. Bradwell, a looping curveball that is not close to the zone. Ball 1. Nobody on base, 1 out. It's the Black Bears 10, the Raptors 8. Here's the 1-0 from Bradwell. Fastball down at the toes of Caden Connor, the right fielder who has watched a couple home runs over his head in right field. Both times the Black Bears has hit a home run, have been to right field. Now he's trying to get a hold of one, although when he hits it, it's usually, oftentimes, it's power to left field. Goes opposite way, had a double to left center. Fouls the 2-0 pitch into the netting. Even though he had that double to left center, Cowlitz is playing him to right center. Center fielder playing offset pretty well towards the right center gap. Big hole in left. 2-1 pitch upcoming from James Bradwell down the middle and fouled down the first base side, or third base side, excuse me. Two and 2 the count to Caden Connor, leadoff hitter. 3 hits in the day. He'll look for number 4. 1 out, nobody on. Bradwell looked like he was starting to go into his windup. Now steps off the rubber. Caden Connor had requested time and put a foot outside the box. Now they both return to their positions. Connor sets at the belt, winds and delivers 2-2. Swung on and missed, struck him out. 2 straight punch-outs for Bradwell. Gets the 9-hole and the leadoff hitter out. John Peck to the plate. Came around to score in the 6th inning on a wild play where he started at second base and a ground ball that got away on the throw from the first baseman. He had gotten on board on a walk, has walked twice in fact. John Peck, the second baseman, turns away from the first pitch, ball 1. 2 outs, nobody on. Cowlitz leading 10-8 here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Bradwell Misses outside on the 1-0 pitch. Has attacked the zone the first couple of batters. We'll see if Bradwell comes out for the 9th inning as well. Cowlitz only has so many pitchers, but they've got a few more than Ridgefield does. A couple guys who have not yet come in. Bradwell comes back 2-0. Fouled first base side, out of play. Off the black-colored bat of Jake Dent. Or John Peck, the batter. 2-hole hitter. 0 for 2. Had a couple flyouts in between those walks. 2-1 pitch in there for a strike. 2-2 the count. 2 outs. Ridgefield trying to come back from a 2-run deficit and flip the script after Cowlitz turned a 5-run deficit into a 2-run lead. Inside and hit him up near the head. John Peck will walk down to first base on a hit by pitch on a 2-2 offering from Bradwell. It was a breaking ball that was up near the dome of Peck. He is aboard with 2 outs. Will Chambers to the plate. A 3-hole hitter who has walked twice, struck out and grounded out. Big at-bat upcoming with Ridgefield trailing by 2. We could see anything from a game-tying home run to an inning out to go to the 9th. Big cut. That was a home run-looking swing from Chambers. Didn't get a piece of it. Strike 1 to Will. Runner on first, 2 outs. Bottom of the 8th inning. James Bradwell in his first inning of relief work. 6th pitcher of the ball game for the Black Bears. Out of the stretch, looks back at the runner. Comes ready, and the 0-1 pitch. Good-looking fastball that got by the bat of Will Chambers. Swings at both pitches, misses them both. 0-2 the count to Will. Two outs. Outfield playing not that deep for Will, especially on left field. Here's the 0-2 from Bradwell. Fires and hits foul. Third base side into the beautiful sky here with the sun having set a good 50 minutes or so ago, and lighter blues towards left field and darker out towards right with the lights on here at the Rourke at the bottom of the 8th inning. 0-2 the count, 2 outs, runner on first. 10-8 the score. Cowlitz on top. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Will Chambers. Swings and hits it off the mask of the catcher. Stays alive on the foul tip. No worse for the wear is Jacob Burley. So Will Chambers stays alive. 0-2 is the count. Two outs, runner on first. James Bradwell didn't like the first suggestion from his catcher. Gets the second one. Comes set, breaking ball way outside. Ball 1 finally to Will Chambers, who had fouled a couple pitches off and remained in an 0-2 hole for a while. Now gets the first ball of the plate appearance. 1-2, runner on first, a 7-run inning last frame. It's the only inning that Cowlitz had scored more than 1 run. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Will Chambers. Swings and misses, and strike 3 to end the inning. Bradwell strikes out all 3 of the outs with a hit by pitch in the middle of it, but he gets out of the inning easily, and Ridgefield down to its final 3 outs. In the meantime, the Raptors will take the field in the top of the 9th inning. It's Black Bears 10, the Raptors 8. Stay with us for more Raptors baseball.
The Ridgefield Raptors are thrilled to reunite with fans and enjoy summer baseball again. Join us for America's favorite pastime. The Raptors are following state guidelines for spectator events and ask for your patience as we prepare for exciting West Coast League play. Please be courteous to our staff, fans, and players as we celebrate the return of your Ridgefield Raptors this summer. Let's make it a great season at the Rourke. Get your tickets now at ridgefieldraptors.com. Go Raptors!
This is WSU Vancouver, Southwest Washington's only 4-year research university. Whether in person or via distance delivery, WSU Vancouver offers high-quality education and an employer-respected degree. You'll get a small school feel in the kind of place where you know you matter. Here, you'll get personalized education that brings out the best in you and inspires you to achieve your highest goals. Now, what are you waiting for? Apply today.
Well, Ridgefield only has one pitcher left on the roster available for tonight, and they'll use him here. The Raptors bring out Nick Nygaard, a 5'9", 185-pounder, out of the bullpen to pitch the 9th inning here at the Rourke. It's a 10-8 ball game, with Cowlitz having trailed most of the game until now. They lead 10-8 over Ridgefield, having scored 7 runs last frame. First inning of work now for Nick Nygaard, a left-hander out of the University of Portland. Comes from Vancouver, so went south for college, comes back a little bit north for the West Coast League, went to Columbia River High School. The 21-year-old will get his first inning of work in the 2021 summer season. And he will face Brock Bozette to lead off the 9th inning. Ridgefield trying to maintain the 2-run deficit. Cowlitz having brought up 11 batters to the plate last inning. Bozette ended up scoring in that 8th inning. He's had 2 at-bats today after coming in for Josh Schleichart earlier in the game. First pitch from Nick Nygaard of the 2021 season is a strike to Bozette. Top of the 9th inning, it's the Black Bears leading 10-8 on the road down here at the Rourke. Breaking ball in the second pitch, misses ball 1, looked good. The wind coming in a bit more left field towards right. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Nygaard, off speed, is a strike, 1 ball and 2 strikes for Nick Nygaard. Pitching coach this season for Ridgefield, new coach is coming in. Daniel Barato just got hired. Here's the 1-2, fouled into the screen. Coaches at Santa Barbara City College, which is also where he played and where he's from. He's from Santa Barbara. Well, technically Goleta, which is actually where University of Santa Barbara is located. Surprisingly not in Santa Barbara. But it's all mushed together. Isla Vista, Goleta, Santa Barbara, all that area. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Nygaard. Got him swinging. Strikeout to open up the 9th inning. Brock Bozette set down on 4 pitches. Johnny Radomski next up for the Black Bears. Good looking at bat from Nick Nygaard, mixing a couple pitches in there. Good changeup and first strikeout of the season in his first batter faced of the year. Top of the 9th inning, it's still a 2-run ball game. Black Bears on top. 1 out, nobody on. Nygaard fires a fastball down the pipe. 0-1 the count to Radomski, left fielder, who is 1 for 4 on the day. Top of the 9th inning now. Cowlitz with 12 hits in the ball game, 8 for Ridgefield. Fastball again on the 0-1 pitch, fouled back and out of play towards first base. Daniel Barato mentioned he's the pitching coach. He's now used 6 different pitchers. Asked him in pregame, have you worked out how you decide when to make pitching changes and who to bring in and how to work with Chris Cota. The 0-2 pitch got him looking on the fastball. 2 straight strikeouts for Nick Nygaard. A strikeout swinging, a strikeout looking. Brings up Henry Mensch, the 9-hole hitter, with 2 outs, top of the 9th inning, and a 2-run lead for Cowlitz. I asked Daniel Barato, have you worked out how to make that decision, or are you going to kind of figure that out as the season goes along? He said, yeah, I figure it out, but he's the head coach. He's got the final say. First pitch from Nygaard of the at-bat, fouled backwards. Big cut from Mensch. Barato just getting his coaching career started, having stopped his own playing career just a couple of years ago. Played at Santa Barbara City College and then transferred after 2 years at that JC to Bowling Green. Off speed on the 0-1 is a strike. Nygaard pounding the zone. 2 strikeouts, and he's a strike away from punching out the side. 2 outs, nobody on. 0-2 pitch from the left-hander Nick Nygaard. The Portland Pilot gets him swinging, gets away from end body. He'll throw down to first, and the side is retired. Chambers had to come off the bag to make the catch and then step back on it. And a little bit of extra dramatics, but it is a strikeout the side inning for Nick Nygaard, and a fun 9th inning. Now Ridgefield needs some runners on base. They trail by 2 as we head to the bottom of the 9th inning. Ridgefield down to its final 3 outs. In the bottom of the 9th, they will bring up Dominic Enbody, Tafton Hensley, and Cody Darcy, the 4, 5, and 6 hole hitters. Stay with us for the bottom of the 9th inning.
Oh, I love family road trips. Wind in my ears, treats in my mouth, and peace of mind knowing Les Schwab did our tires, brakes, and alignment. Like Les Schwab, my family's safety is my first priority. Well, that and squeaky toys.
Les Schwab Tires, proud to be ranked #1 in overall customer satisfaction for aftermarket tire replacement by J.D. Power 2 years in a row. For J.D. Power 2021 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards.
At Clark Public Utilities, we know you depend on electricity every day. And even though our offices remain closed, we're available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, by phone, online, and email. The past year has brought changes to many in our community, with lost jobs or reduced working hours, disrupted childcare, and the challenge of teaching the kids. If you've been financially impacted by the pandemic and can't pay your utility bill, call us or send an email right away. Eligibility for payment assistance has been expanded, so more households may qualify. Through it all, we're always here to provide you with safe and reliable service, and we're ready to help. Clark Public Utilities, ranked highest in customer satisfaction among residential midsize utilities in the West by J.D. Power, 13 years in a row. For J.D. Power 2020 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Clark Public Utilities, we're always here.
Bottom of the 9th inning here at the Rourke. It's Dominic Enbody to lead off for the Raptors, trailing by 2. First pitch from James Bradwell to the backstop, ball 1. Bradwell back out for his 2nd inning of work. He's the 6th pitcher for Cowlitz. It's the Black Bears leading by 2. It's a 10-8 ball game. Ridgefield trailing by 2. The 1-0 pitch up and away. Ball 2, 2-0. The count to Dominic Enbody, who has played well tonight. An RBI single in his first at-bat. A walk and later scored in the 3rd inning. A fly out and a ground out in his other at-bats. 2-0 pitch from Bradwell is hit to left field. Going back on it, Radomski tracks it, gets under it, camps, and holds for out number 1. A loud out, and the fans wanted that to travel a little bit further. Died a few yards shy of the track, 1 away. Tafton Hensley to the plate, 1 out, nobody on. Ridgefield needing 2 runs to extend this ball game and take a lead in the Columbia River Cup. 7 games this season between these two teams. The team that wins the most gets the trophy between these two rivals in Southern Washington. Hensley watches ball 1. Hensley had a single, a sac fly, 2 RBIs between those at-bats, a walk and a run scored, and a strikeout. 1-0 pitch from Bradwell, hit off the hands, popped up, perhaps playable for the first baseman Arboleda. Can't get there, and it lands foul. And it'll be 1 ball and 1 strike for Hensley. 1 out, nobody on base. Hensley, the center fielder today, College of the Canyons product. Comes from North Carolina over to the West Coast. And summering here in Ridgefield. 1-1 pitch upcoming from Bradwell out of the windup. Hurls up high, ball 2. Checked his swing. Did Tafton Hensley. And the right-hander did not go around. Working against the right-handed pitcher in James Bradwell. 2-1 the count, 1 out, nobody on. Bottom of the 9th inning, Ridgefield trailing by 2. The 2-1 pitch also off the hands of Hensley. Yet to barrel one up against Bradwell. 2-2 the count. Ridgefield pitchers finally letting loose a little bit in that 8th inning when Cowlitz got 7 runs. But to their credit, the Raptors pitchers have struck out 11 batters, including 3 in that last inning from Nick Nygaard. Down the pipe on the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed from Tafton Hensley. And a 1-out strikeout from James Bradwell. The Raptors are down to their final out here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Cody Darcy steps up to the plate. A walk, another walk, a flyout, and a strikeout in his 4 plate appearances. Trying to extend this ball game. The infield playing back on the grass for the middle infielders. Darcy watches ball 1 up high from James Bradwell. 2 innings of work for the Gibson's British Columbia product, a 6'5" right-hander. 1-0 the count from Bradwell. Throws one hit high in the air into right field. It'll be playable for the right fielder. Bailey pulls it in, and the ball game is over. Cowlitz comes back with a 7-run 8th inning to claim the lead, and they hold on to it. James Bradwell, the 6-out save for the Black Bears, and Cowlitz takes game 1 of the Columbia River Cup over the Ridgefield Raptors. 10-8 is the final score. Cowlitz winning it here, the season opener at the Rourke. A fun ball game just to get the fans in the stands. A lot of offense, 18 runs, 20 hits between these two teams, and a pretty evenly matched game. Back and forth, both teams holding leads in 2 separate occasions. Ridgefield had the lead most of the game, and ultimately Cowlitz comes out on top. But if this is any taste of what we will get for the rest of the Columbia River Cup, I am excited for what we will see the remainder of this season. 10-8 the final score, with Cowlitz getting the victory. We'll take a quick break in just a moment and go through the totals for this game for the Raptors, suffering a loss in their first game back at the Rourke. But the good thing is, for all the fans wanting to see games here in Ridgefield, they've got 6 more home games upcoming. 6 straight now. In fact, 7, including this one, all at home, so you can catch
Size bundles starting at just $9.99 and the 40-wing family XL bundle for only $39.99. It doesn't take a degree in chicken egg and a deal when it's pecking you in the face. Order wing bundles for takeout or delivery, part of the win-win value lineup at B-Dubs. At participating locations for a limited time only for takeout or delivery through Buffalo Wild Wings app and website. Delivery subject to availability. Fees may apply. Taxes extra.
Well, the final score 10-8 between the Cowlitz Black Bears and the Ridgefield Raptors. The Black Bears winning by 2. Let's go through the totals for both of these teams. For Cowlitz, it was 10 runs on 12 hits, no errors. For Ridgefield, 8 runs on 8 hits, 1 error in the ball game. For the pitchers for Ridgefield, Ryan Pitts went 2 innings. He gave up 1 earned run, 2 hits and 3 strikeouts on the day for Ryan Pitts, the starting pitcher. Ben Larson went 1 inning, gave up 1 run. Jacob Freed looked good for a couple of innings, did give up a solo home run. So the first 3 pitchers all with 1 run allowed. Then Andrew Trotman, the first to get a scoreless couple of innings. 2 innings of scoreless work for Trotman. Gave way in the 8th inning for Jet Loads, who got roughed up a bit, did get up 7 runs in that 8th. And suffers the loss. But Nick Nygaard came in and looked real good in the 9th. Struck out the side in that 9th inning to keep it a 2-run ball game. The Ridgefield could not come back in the 9th. Offensively for Ridgefield, Caden Connor ended up going 3 for 5 on the day with an RBI, a run scored, and a double on the ball game. I believe that was the only extra base hit as I'm looking through the scorecard of the ball game for Ridgefield. John Peck in the 2-hole ended up going 0 for 2, but he got on base 3 times, 2 walks and a hit by pitch. Will Chambers went 0 for 3 with 2 walks and a run scored. Dominic Enbody, the first RBI of the season. He follows up his first home run in Raptors career, in Raptors history, last season in 2019, with the first RBI this year. And a single, a walk, a fly out, a couple fly outs, so he goes 1 for 4 in the ball game with a walk and a run scored. Tafton Hensley had 2 RBIs, a single. He went 1 for 4 on the game. Cody Darcy ended up going 0 for 3 with 2 walks, a run scored. Jack Thompson went 0 for 3 with a walk. Trevor Torpa had an RBI single, and another single later in the game, went 2 for 4 with a run scored. Tanner Jocks had a 2 RBI single, went 1 for 3 on the ball game, and that was the lineup for Ridgefield. A lot more players coming in as the season goes along, and we will be happy to see the roster coming together. Great job done by Jason Crone and Gus Farah to get this season underway and get things to come together. And just want to thank Tony Bonacci as well, the owner for Ridgefield, and to bring baseball back into Southern Washington and get things underway in the West Coast League, and a fun first game in the West Coast League in 2021. We will sign off for now from the Rourke. Join us Friday for a 6:35 start between the Raptors and the Bend Elks when we return for the official start. So Ridgefield still 0-0 in West Coast League play. This is an exhibition, so doesn't hurt them in the standings. They suffer a 10-8 loss today, and a fun night of season-opening baseball between the Raptors and the Cowlitz Black Bears. Thanks for joining us on the Raptors stream. My name's Josh Worden. Thanks to Chase Spross and everyone else who makes these broadcasts possible, and Hugh Foster as well. Well, signing off for now. Join us Friday for the Raptors live stream. So long, everybody.